economy if it is not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays that I'm supporting. Turning down 100,000, I wasn't bored enough. Yeah, I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home, just the four of us. Knock, 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 say hello to opportunity. Show them everything that I be doing, think it's doing me. Check, 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 everything I do.
All right, what is good?
Only other car hitting hardest in the USC. Oh, Irish in my blood and all that money keep on doubling. I ain't tried to ball cause I ain't really want for fumbling.
How you guys
Made a
feeling?
couple ends, went gold, now I'm loving it. Drive through them all, can't stomach it. One time cause I had to prove it to myself. 2 times doing that for everybody else. 3 times just to put the trophy on the shelf. 4 times just because I couldn't, I ain't doing nothing else. Local legend, but the whip I got is foreign. Extraordinary, yeah, I feel like Alex Warren does. Please will not economy if it is not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays.
All right, I think we're good. How we feeling? Welcome everyone, welcome in.
I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home just now. Wait, second thought. Maybe take a trip down to Florida. Need to change the weather. Tennessee just wasn't warm enough. Sun and everybody, they been eating out the formula. Everybody talking, but at least they ain't ignoring us. Ay,
okay.
Reservations for 20
NFP
at
Friday.
Like that
Let's
iceberg,
go.
I'm tipping a boatload. Got incredible friends, yeah, they froze on. Taking hits on the one like I'm Soto. Catalog multiples of double digits. Staring
All
at
right.
the number like it's double
NFP
vision.
Friday, welcome in.
That's what
Welcome
happens
in.
when you trust the vision. But keep it humble for the
gamer.
juxtaposition. I changed my life overnight with a couple decisions. Stay working like there's somebody who's coming to get it. Don't get caught up in the talking in the public opinion. Yeah, at different functions cause I'm functioning
Only
different.
fans in the
One
house.
time cause I had to prove it to
What up,
myself.
camera?
2 times doing that for
Eight-figure
everybody
trader in
else.
the
3
building.
times just to put the trophy on the shelf. 4 times just because I couldn't, I ain't doing nothing
Clubhouse.
else. Ay, local
How
legend,
we
but the
feeling?
whip I got is foreign. Extraordinary,
Scratches
yeah, I
in the
feel like
building.
Alex
What up,
Warren does. Please will not
What is good?
economy
What
if
is
it is
good?
not
Welcome,
important.
welcome.
If I don't see no dollar
How you
signs
guys
there, then
doing?
I'm ignoring
3
them.
ants in
Got
the
a couple
building.
kids nowadays that I'm supporting. Turning down 100,000, I wasn't bored enough. Yeah, I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home with the 4 of us.
Jay Coop, how we feeling, big dog? What's up, Curtis? Hey, yo. All right, we got motion, baby. We got motion. 3 ants, how you feeling today, brother? Hey, how are ya? T. Callahan in the building. All right. Well, happy Friday, everyone. Welcome in. I hope you guys are doing well. W's in the chat. 8's in the chat. What's up, Z Gamer? Price Action Kev in the building. There he is. Mr. Lopez is here. What's up, Jake? How are you, G? Welcome in. Good to see y'all. Familiar names. It will never surprise me when the winners win. What's up, Elk? Good to see you. What's up, Carlos? Benji. Ben's jamming. How we feeling, big dog? What's up, Mark? What's good? What's up, Danny? How you guys feeling, man? Welcome in. Happy Friday. Good to be back with you all. Good to be back. Arrow Sassy in the building. Yeah, it's popping. What's up, Tony? Good to see y'all. All right, let's do this. Roberto, how we feeling, brother? How we feeling? Cam Jam in the building. There he is. All right, I hope you guys have had a great week. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another New York live session. Yeah, let's do this. What up, Wokey? How you feeling, brother? How you feeling? All right, we got motion. Let's go ahead and pray real quick, and then we're going to get the party started, all right? Let's do this. All right, Father, we thank you for this moment in time, Lord. We thank you that we can gather together from all over the world with this beautiful tool called the internet. Lord, I pray that more people would use it as a tool and not a master. I thank you for blessing us. I pray that you would clear the way for us to have victory today, Lord. We thank you for all that you've done and all that you continue to do. We give you the glory. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Let's do it. The internet. It's a tool, not the master, right? So you got to focus on that. A lot of people just consuming too much and not creating that much at all, right? So you got to flip the table, turn it around, baby, turn it around, all right? Well, good to be with y'all. Blessings to you and your family. Let's go ahead and get started. Today is May 8th. It is Friday. It is NFP. We got news coming here at 8:30, which I believe just came out a couple minutes ago. And we are all set. We're geared up, ready to go for potential moves in this 9 a.m., 10 a.m. Time frame here. So this was your 8:30 news here. You had news on the CAD. You also had some very important news here on the US dollar. Looks like numbers did come out green for the most part, way higher than expected. So still less than what it was, but higher than expected, and we'll see where that starts to push the market. But all day here we have just other things going on, right? Everything surrounding the US dollar, even into this afternoon, we're going to have a bunch of Fed meetings and whatnot. So should be a pretty interesting Friday. The question is, do we range a bit or do we really get volatile here today? So let's dive into that here. Let's jump into the technicals. Let's do a fresh top-down analysis as always, and let's see what we can come up with here on Goldie. All right, look at that. Hey, by the way, yesterday, gang, we were right on it. Look at this move back down here on the daily that took place a little bit after the session, a little bit after we got out of our cells, but we were right on it. Just wasn't as precise as we would have liked to be there yesterday, but the read was on there. So if you guys had that read, great job. And today we get back to work here. All right, how we doing on music? Talk to me. Should I lower it? I think I should probably lower the music, right? There we go. That should be, let me know, Clubhouse, let me know how the volume's looking. I think that should be good right there. What do you think? Perfect. All right, cool. All right, let's get into it then, my friends. Let's talk about gold. Let's work our way down from the daily, and we'll kind of see what we can come up with here during the New York session. So let's talk about this. You had yesterday's daily candle, as I just mentioned, closed very, very weak, right? We ended up pushing all the way down, rejecting the highs. Like I said, unfortunately, we get stopped out on that one trade. Price pushes up a little bit more, and then we ended up just dumping the rest of the day. So lovely move down here on gold. As you can see, we did kind of close below the range here too. We have that range that we were looking at to the left hand side, and we did end up rejecting it, closing below here. So pretty interesting, right? We did break the lows early on here on the in the first part of this daily candle, and then we've been pushing up ever since, it looks like. So can we anticipate the rejection out of this daily candle? This could be the top wick for that daily, right? I mean, if this was a 30-minute time frame, right, and we had a position or closure that looked like this, and now this current candle is moving up, right, looking something like this, we would probably have sell stops on the break of the low, right, for that flip. So that's what I am going to be anticipating here today during the New York session is could this be our top wick here for this daily candle to start pushing down? So let's go see about the other time frames. Let's see if they support that idea, and let's see what we got here on the 4 hour. So 4 hour is in support, as you have seen us close bearish here. So you do get a bearish closure here at 47.37, ultimately just creating a resistance at this point, right? We are getting some rejections. We're pushing back up here on the 4 hour, so we got to see what that looks like on the 1 hour time frame. But all in all, this candle did close bearish here, right? You do have a resistance formed, and at any point, just like the daily, this candle can continue moving down, right? Break its own low and start filling the range here. So we'll see if the 4 hour wants to move down or if it wants to push up and break these highs here. So let's drop down to the 1 hour. Probably got a little bit of a crazy candle, so I figured we'd have a range here, right? Pre-NFP range. You break the lows with the news, you start coming back up. This candle, you just never know, right? This candle, it's probably going to break the lows, break the highs, and potentially even close up doji, right? Or somewhere back in this range. So we have our range here, right? I think I'm more so going to be looking for the sells if we can catch them somewhere up here and anticipate that daily and that 4 hour candle starting to dump back down, right? So let's see how we do in these ranges. I want to put a resistance here at 47.42. I'd love to see us tap into that zone and then eventually begin to reject here. So maybe something like this where we can push up, maybe close below the range, leave a wick on the top. Next candle ends up closing bearish. This is where we can start to anticipate the move back down, right, into that 4 hour flip, and then that 4 hour candle breaking its own low here to continue driving down. So we'll see if we can fill that wick. Other than that, I do love the buys sitting above 47.42. At that point, we'll also be breaking the 4 hour high. So ideally something like this where we can push up first get some sort of a brand new support instead of taking the buy up here. Try and get maybe a closure, right, somewhere around this level, and then a new support to form. If we can get a brand new support here, right, bearish candle, then get the closure above, and now we are looking good, right? Green lights are on. You have a brand new support. You break the 4-hour highs. You close below the range. You got clean traffic to the left. We'll probably have high time of volume coming in, and then that would be the layup here today for the buy position. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's hang tight. Let's see where price wants to go. We'll see if we want to re-break that 4-hour high, give us some market structure, and then we can look to take advantage of any buy positions looking something like this within this clean range over here to the left. If we keep rejecting, right, we fail to break the 4-hour highs, then we're likely to respect that previous 4-hour and then end up moving back down. So that's where we would be looking for the opportunities to sell, right? So 47.42.7, pretty important zone here. If we stay below, we look for opportunities to maybe short the market. If we start closing back above, then that's where we can, go long or whatnot. So, all right, that's it. We'll see what happens here. Freaky Friday. Let's go. Let's get ready for it. But all in all, we are moving up here. We'll see what happens as we retest these levels. I think these are basically your observation zone here. I really like the buys. I really do. If we can re-break the 4-hour high here and start pushing up, that'd be great. But again, if we keep respecting that high, stay closing below that range at 47.33, then I think you're probably going to start to see a move back down. If we can get any sort of confirmation candles, like something like these that we look for, then that would be the opportunity to go ahead and sell. So yeah, let's see what happens. We got not the greatest range sitting in front of us, like just like yesterday, but all in all, we should get a push down if if that 4-hour candle wants to go here today. All right. That's that. What's up, Vicky? Good morning. Very grateful. Yeah, SimZ, how we feeling? Let's see, Clubhouse, like it? All right, cool. All right, does anyone have a different analysis? Does anyone have a different story here today? If you do, we should talk about it and see, what you're thinking. But look at all this clean range now that we're starting to create here on the 15-minute time frame. So this looks pretty good, man. If we can get some sort of rejections, we'll go right back at these sells just like we did yesterday. NY Open sells. NY Open, yeah, not bad. Yeah, pretty good. How'd you guys do yesterday? Some of us got the whole loss back yesterday. So actually ended up ending the day green yesterday. Had a bleeder coming on down. Wasn't able to get anything here, but ended up taking some sells on the break of these lows with this candle. Still had more clean range to the left, and that was my revenge trade basically. So tried to revenge up here, but just no setup, too close to support. This one I felt just a little overextended. This one had no bottom wick. This one, kind of closed right at support. If you guys remember after the live stream or before we ended the live stream, I mentioned, hey, anything below 47.33 is going to be good for sells in that clean range, right? So this one finally closed below. Obviously wasn't able to do much with that candle, right? Because it's way too overextended. So I wanted to see if we can get a pullback, right? If we can get some sort of a break and retest. So come down, right? Retest the zone and then maybe move down. So we didn't get much of the break and retest. We did get one candle, right, to retest. The next candle closed below. So at that point you had a lovely candle closing right below support. I also didn't take the sell on that candle either. I just didn't like the wick a little, and yeah, that was pretty much the only thing. But I love this wick to fill. I love that clean traffic to the left. I obviously loved the sells yesterday and the idea of price coming down. So had a sell stop. This candle never activated. Kept the sell stop in, waited for the highs. This candle broke the low. Straight shot to fill the wick. Came straight into that 4-hour low here. Took full profit. And yeah, just like that, we take our money back, right? Like we pay a little bit and then we take it right back, right? So when you're skilled in the markets, you go get it right back. And then we took this sell here in Asian session last night where you had price coming up. We created this resistance here. We waited for that top wick. Entry was on the break of the lows, and then partials sat right here at the bottom of that range, and those were pretty much the 2 trades I've taken since I've seen you guys last. Yeah. You knew I finished green. Really? How'd you know? Yeah, that was oh, that's funny. My bad. I didn't even see your question, but yeah, that was the second trade right there. Yeah, entry was on the break of these lows here. Not on that low, but on the break of these lows. Sometimes, like, one of the things I learned from Raja too at times is, like, if you have a doji, you kind of cancel it out, right? So forget about that candle even happened, and then assume, right, if that next candle breaks the lows, you're going to move down, fill that wick. And I didn't close anything at that wick fill because, you know, even at my level, right, I got in mind, hey, I want to get my full loss back, right? So, and there's got to be logic to that. The volume was insane at the moment. We had all this clean range to the left, so I decided to hold and, yeah, take it all back. Take it all back. So, yeah, got it back yesterday, but go back, study that trade, and, you know, find out how you can do it next time. A flow state, baby. Hey, look, I waited too. I waited. Like, you had this closure, which I was extremely tempted to get in, but I'm like, nah, that support is sitting right there and we're still above that range. And then this candle, you know, especially now after you make that decision not to get in here, and then you see that melt, now the FOMO kicks in, right? So I could have easily jumped in on the next candle or the next candle or the next candle or the next candle, but I didn't, right? I waited for familiar price action. I waited for a closure. I waited for a new support, closure below, and then ended up taking a new trade, right? So that is legit professional revenge trading right there. Professional. Made $750 yesterday. Nice job. Not many people are making $750 in a day. All right, we get a closure here on the 15-minute. So it's 8:45. Let's wait this out. Let's see if we're either going to end up pushing back up here, right? Maybe looking for selling opportunities up in these highs, or if we kind of stay below here, right? This range here, this is where we want to execute off that confirmation. So we don't have a confirmation yet. Ideally, if we can kind of wick up here and then close just like that, that'll be perfection come 9 o'clock. Did I learn from Raja? Yeah, I learned some of the price action stuff from Raja. Yep, absolutely. Yes, sir. What's up, Profits Pilot? What's good? The way the market was moving with your bias, yeah, you know, we were just a little early, gang, and you know what? That's gonna happen. That's part of trading. I understand it. I hope you understand it, right? Like, I mean, we couldn't have picked a better time to take a sell, right? 930, 940, 930 rejected, right? Closed like this, below the ranges. 945 comes up, makes a top wick, breaks the low. I mean, I gotta pull the trigger there. Like, I gotta do that. You know, like, that's between me and the markets. That's got nothing to do with y'all. Like, I have to execute on this trade here, right? And again, I'm prepared for probability, right? I do well enough to have room in the bank for losses, have room for probability to, you know, go against me on certain trades. And that's just, when you follow the system to the T, you'll have that room as well. But yeah, I think this was a great trade, great opportunity to take a sell. I think before we got in the trade, we understood the risk here, right? We understood that we're taking a sell and there is still some chop to the left. So it could take a while to play out, and heck, it might not even play out, right? But we understood our risk. We waited for our top wick. We entered on the break of the low. I think that was good. I still think that was a great idea, right? We wicked right here, but I wasn't looking for any partials there or break even. I wanted to see us come. It was 9:45, right? Like, it was that 9:30 candle. So I wanted to see us come down into that support. And unfortunately, but not really unfortunate, we wicked out, and price ended up, you know, moving back up from that wick there. So that's fine. We took a stop up there, and then literally right after we took the stops, price closed back bearish, and then look at the melt. Look at the melt. So yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's part of trading. What's up, Spidey? Hey, how are you? Nasty range today. Yes, my friend. Yes, I see this. I see it. Let's see, maybe we get this clean range here. We got clean range now. He's back like he never left. Let's go. W. All right, let's move over. Johnny Gems, hey, how are you? Welcome in, brother. Welcome in.
Yo, my man. What's up, brother? Thank you. How you feeling?
Incredible. How are you?
Incredible as well. Blessed and highly favored. Grateful to be here. I'm ready to be a disciplined trader.
Yes, sir.
I think we got very nice price action here tonight. I like it. Looking good.
Yeah,
created nice, clean structure. What'd you say?
I said good trade in London, but I meant to say good trade in Asian.
Yeah, bro. Good trade in Asian, man.
What time it is, what day it is, what session it is.
I know, right? I'm like, let's be disciplined traders tonight. Meanwhile, it's the morning time here.
John's like, let's be disciplined tonight. It's freaking 9.
Is this London?
It's almost 9 o'clock in the morning,
New York
dude. We're on it, gang. We're on it. We're trying to be the best we could be so you can see the best and have examples of the best and opportunities. You know, we're still learning. We're still growing, right? We're still working on different technical ideas, and we'll keep doing that. For anyone that's been with us for the past couple years, you know we'll do that every year, right? We'll always work on something, and whether we keep it or not, that's one thing, but we'll always continue to strive to get better, work towards seeing the markets better, being more precise, and just, ultimately becoming better traders, right? So it's a fun time. Work with us, and, you work with us, and we all grow together, which is kind of the concept here.
Yes, sir, man. Enjoy the journey. Let's go.
And
What's
like
up,
the
Chad?
stream.
How y'all feeling?
Yeah, like the stream. Like the stream if you're feeling great today.
Facts, bro.
Like the stream if you're feeling like you're going to win your next trade. Like that stream. Sub to the channel if you feel like you're going to win your next trade.
Oh, thumbs up, baby. Let's go, chat. It's gonna be a great day. Let's do it.
Yes, sir. S&P 500. Sheesh.
That's my baby.
All I gotta say is our long-term investment portfolio is looking swell right now. It's already there. It's just already lit.
Invest in assets, baby. 30 lit. Even if trading didn't work, bro.
It's not even like, yo, it's gonna be lit in 20 years. Like, it's already just lit.
Exactly, man. Yes, sir. Just
Am I gonna
enjoying the ride
go
now.
Top Step? I'm gonna try and use use the live broker. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on my approval there as well.
Yeah. Do I stream Asian session? Yes. It's one of my. It's probably. Yeah. It's hard to say if it's my favorite. I think it. You know why I like the Asian session? Because it's a slower market. As you guys know, I work 2 different chats here as well. There's a lot of people here. There's a lot of stuff going on in this New York session. So one thing about the Asian session I really like is that we get to kind of slow it down a little bit and just have like a bit of a fireside chat type of vibe and wait for trades. And it's a good session, right? We're slow markets. You can ask questions. It's one chat. It's just a clubhouse, so it's nice. It's nice.
Great, man.
Let's go. I like seeing all the people in the chat feeling great here today, feeling phenomenal. I looked in some other chats this week, and I was like, oh my god, what's going on in there?
Black energy.
What the hecky? What kind of energy these guys got going on over there?
They're on a low frequency.
You get low. I had to go in there and say, what's up, everyone? I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Safe trading, and then I just bounce. Go, oh my god, Time to Eat Trading was here. Time to Eat Trading. Keep up the great work. Let's get it. Clubhouse Discord chat yesterday was on fire. We were all debating on what a celery looked like. I think we cleared it all up in the Asian session, yeah? Yeah.
Good.
Wonderful Asian session last night, by the way. It was a privilege to be there.
It really was. It was a pleasure too, man. Honestly. Beautiful Asian session. Congrats to everyone in the chat who caught that move. The W move. Such a clean textbook move. Exactly what we teach, man.
Yeah, that's
Selling
true.
off resistance, clean range to the left, following the higher time frame. I mean, just great work.
Yeah, that was money. Where was that over here, right?
Yeah, and look at the exit chat, right?
Oh, the exit
why do we focus on market structure more than RR? And this is why.
Yeah.
Right. Look at that rejection, push back up. I mean, compounding profits always beats greediness in the markets long term. You gotta remember that.
Yep. So yeah, last night basically we took this sell here in the Asian session. So entry was here on the break of the previous low. TP was down somewhere down in here, I believe. It was kind of looked something like this. Stops were above the highs here. TP was down here, and partials. So we had two areas for partials. One, this was like break even more than anything, but I did want to secure some partials there too. So I did secure a little bit. I had another partial TP here and then full TP down there. So basically the entry was taken on the break of the low. It was a 15-minute onion play where you had this resistance form, right? Next candle made a high, came down, broke the low, clean traffic to push down. This is an area right here in which I wanted to go break even for the obvious reasons, right? A lot of support sitting here. I didn't really want to close too much. I wanted to see if we can wick down into these supports and into this level here, because as you see, even though we created support here, right, a lot of times we just kind of bing, wick down in there, wick down. So I was trying to see if we can get that push, right? It was like 9:30, 9:45, so high volume time too. So just closed a little bit there, move stops to break even, and then yeah, price just kind of pushed back up there. But ultimately, good trade.
Sometimes,
yeah, good trade. Good idea.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Great job. And sometimes, like, I know this happened to me at one point in my trading, is like I didn't want to take any profits because it was gonna be small profits, but I was unaware of the compound effect, right, and how the compound effect work. I needed to understand, yo, you need to take profits where the system says to based on structure and logic, even if the wins are small, because using the compound effect and taking small wins, right? Small wins compounding is going to be big wins. So that's what you need to be aware of, right? And then, yeah, high win rate, compounding the profits, you're going to have those small wins become big wins over time. And that's what we need to be aware of.
Yeah, like that's what you call just a clean base hit. Just a clean base hit right there. Like, you know how many times you could actually get away with that? Wiggle your way through the market with that before you run into a loss or something. So that's a lot of times what keeps us very, very profitable, is the fact that we're willing to take profits here, you know, like where a lot of people don't want the profits there. They think, well, I waited for the trade and, you know, I needed to go down there. It's like those base hits really do win you the ball games, right? And look, every now and then you're going to get a double, triple, home run. Sheesh, sometimes you're going to get a grand slam, right? But at the end of the day, those base hits and getting on the board, staying green, securing payouts, I mean, that's what you really want to do at the moment. You want to build on that type of stuff, right? And as you build on that, you know, the bigger money and the bigger success starts to come from there. All right, Poppy back. Here we go. We wanted to see this. We asked for it. So 47.42, we're back. We're back here. So let's see what we can get done. This was the post New York trade, which in my opinion was a grand slam. You know, I just happened to have a really, really good opportunity. So this is where the sells came down. We created support right here. Next candle closed below. Next candle stayed below. Sell stop was set. Didn't get activated. Sell stop was set. Got activated. Broke through the lows. Went break even. Didn't close partials till we were like way down here actually, and then closed full right down there. So happened to get a big move, right? But look, I mean, I still treated it how it's supposed to be treated, with the partials in these areas, closing full right here. I could have easily got greedy and said, ha ha ha, look at me, I'm the greatest in the world and I'm back to break even and I'm gonna go for, you know, I could have done all that. But you know what happened after the structure? And womp womp womp, right? Just kind of consolidated. So here I would have been macho man, ego savage, and now I'm not. Now I'm still in my trade, right? After just hitting a beautiful just melter, now I'm waiting, and now who knows what happens, right? Maybe I go back to break even. Maybe I don't even hit my TP now. So, you know, you still got to play these ranges. You still got to make sure you're taking care of that structure and, you know, doing things when it comes to those little parameters there.
Sir, beautiful trade, brother.
Yeah. That's why. I don't know why that sounds familiar. I think my mom would say that. I'd be like, why, Mom? She'd be like, because. Because why? That's why. Because.
Yeah, right.
What? My mind is boggled as a young boy. I'm like, huh? I don't even know what that means.
Because why? Wait, what? What? Why?
That's because. Okay. Got it, I think.
All right, cool. I'm gonna continue on my day now.
Did I stop using Top 1 Trader? Yeah, a long time ago. I still use Top 1 Futures, though. All right, look at this. We respected the 4-hour high. We got what we wanted, which was another tap into 42 there. We're starting to reject. That's our observation zone that we're looking at here. So, yeah, we got 50 seconds. Let's see how this candle closes. We got 9 a.m. on our hands, and we could potentially start to move our way back down here now. Yeah, rejecting a bunch of times here. So, would love to see this candle close below the range, bearish, and, yeah, possible selling opportunities coming up.
Oh, just like the trade last night.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, let's see if we can get a top wick on this candle. Let's let this candle close. We're going to need a top wick on the next one. We have a bit of clean range, right, to the left. It's not the cleanest, and we're going to get a major head start on a potential 4-hour move down, so that's very risky at the same time, right? So we got to make sure our stops are in good play. Make sure you're opening up lot sizes according to what the condition of the market looks like, and we should be good. We closed a little bullish here.
Could have been better.
Yeah, could have been better. What we could always do is wait for 9:15 as well, right? Maybe wait for this candle to kind of come up here again, stay below the range, close bearish, and then take the sell, right? After this candle closes. So we can do that too. You know, we'll let the 1-hour candle open up a little bit, give it 15 minutes, let these highs get formed, and then if we can kind of stay like that, then we could take the sell here on the next candle.
Yep. I'd much rather be patient for that. Being aware that patience is what pays us. But also, like, I don't want to execute on a doji candle, right? I'd rather execute off like a more valid either inverted celery candle or an onion setup.
Yep.
So yeah, let's wait on it. 9:15 too. Could wait on the 15-minute here too, because 30 minutes right at resistance, right? So
yeah, I agree.
I like it.
Yeah, I like that.
I like it. Yep.
Patience.
Patient. This is the patience we're talking about, fam. Not taking the trade now, but waiting, being patient, practicing it.
All right, let's leave that down there to hang out for a little bit with us, and she'll be ready to go.
Great.
My way or the highway? Yes. What's the longest you'll hold a position? All day. All day. If I have to. I wouldn't really want to. Haven't really done that in a long time. I think the longest I've been holding trades over the past 4 or 5 years is probably recently, man. I think I held the trade for like almost 2 hours recently. Actually, I held those other trades overnight, those 2 trades, but I wouldn't say, I mean, I guess that counts, but I wouldn't really say that counts in terms of holding the trade. Explain how you mark up observation zones. Yeah, there's a little bit of like leeway here, right? So a lot of people will probably look for closures above, but then you got some, resistance here. So a lot of times, like if you notice this area act as a bit of rejection. So you have like rejection, fake out, rejection. So like you don't really have anything concrete in that zone, just a lot of rejection. So you really want to see, hey, will we reject here? Because if we do, well, what happened last time we rejected? Right? Well, last time we rejected and moved down. Rejected and we moved down. Rejected, moved down, right? Rejected. So it's like, all right, let's observe this zone, because if we remain below it and wait for volume to come in after that clean range was just made, then maybe we can reject it and move down, right? Like just like we have over here to the left. Now, if we stay in that zone, it's okay, because now we know, okay, price could move bullish. Now, what we want to look for in that zone to really get bullish is maybe like a candle closure, right? A strong bullish closure, and then a support to form, right? And if you can get some type of support to form while you're observing this range, now you're sitting on a potential brand new breakout, right? And a break of those 4-hour highs. So not only do you have a break of the 4-hour highs here, you have a brand new support. you have a closure above, aka breakout, and then you also have clean range, right, to the left hand side, plus volume coming in. And anyone who's ever studied the way I trade or the playbook, you know that those are the check boxes, right, that we need to be checking off in order to look at A+ setups here. So what happens is when you observe this range, you just watch and you wait to see how the market sets up. Most traders are going to want to buy here, or they're going to buy here, or they're going to sell there. I rather just wait to see what it is that we do as we approach that zone there. And then if we do this, we take longs, right? If we close back below like I drew up, then we know now the 4-hour highs are being respected, price is closing below, volume coming in, clean traffic to the left, right? Same stuff. And now we can look to get involved in those short positions.
Yep.
So yeah, so that's kind of how I look for them. Usually there'll be a big, nice range of clean traffic, but before that you'll have like this, you know, little stuff here, right? This not worth it for me to get into a buy there.
You see, chat, how the candles, the price action, and the candlesticks make the decisions for us, not our own emotions, but the price action and the candlesticks itself. And this is a great example of what Nick's talking about.
Yeah, clip that maybe. What time is it? 9:04. Clip it. Throw it in the clubhouse. Hey, give me a sec. I'll be right back, right?
Alrighty. Chat was good. How y'all feeling? Happy Friday. Let's go. Great to be here. I'm loving these sells here. 4 hours bearish. Clean range to the left. 30-minute resistance. We had a nice 15 playbook setup. This is looking very good. Move down. We got volume coming in here too at 9:30. We let news do its thing for NFP earlier. I'm liking it. What's up, Tamara? How you doing? Good to see you. What up, C Melly? Yes. What's up, Sam? The key to marking up valid support and resistance is really to look left, right? Look left to get right. The reason we look left to get right is because history repeats itself in the markets, and it's happened over and over again. So we look to see what's happening to the left, and if there's any zones there, we're going to use them because we could see them happen again. And we also need to, the most valid support and resistance are also the ones that have clean range above or below them, right? Like I'm looking for the most recent support and resistance to the left, but I'm also looking for the ones that have clean range either above or below them, and that's the one I'm going to use. Facts, clip it. Yup, this is gold here, gold chart.
Wow, my goodness. These streamers.
Would it be better to wait on the 30? No, not necessarily, because if we wait on the 30-minute, right, then the 30-minute could kind of, if we wait on the 30-minute, the 30-minute could push down to the bottom of the range and we could miss the move, right? So this is why we could use the 15-minute now. And the reason we don't need to wait on the 30-minute, we can use the 15-minute, because the 30-minute price action supports the idea on the 15-minute time frame if we do get the playbook set up, right? And the signs of that on the 30-minute is the 30-minute being right at resistance, right? And what do we know about resistance by definition? It's an area on the chart where price is most likely to reject and move bearish, right? So if the higher time frames are bearish and the 15-minute gives us a bearish onion setup with clean range to the left, some people may think, all right, should we wait for the 30-minute or execute on the 15-minute? Well, with the 30-minute being right at resistance, then that supports our trade idea on the 15-minute. So those are times where you want to use the 15-minute rather than not wait for the 30-minute, right? Use the 15-minute in that case because that's where the clean push is going to be. And again, everything we do is based off probabilities, right? Like this a probabilistic market, so we're playing the odds game here. So it's not certainty. There's no certainties here. It's more so like trade what you see, and what you see, when what you see gives you edge, right, and gives you a probability, a higher probability of one thing over another, that's what you need to execute on, right? There is never no certainty. So that's the big thing here, right? Big key.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, with everything you do, you want to do it off probabilities, right? Think in probabilities over certainties. Analyze based on probabilities over certainties. Execute based off probabilities over certainties. And like everything's going to be way better for you, right? Because what you're going to do now is align your perspective with the market's perspective, right? And with the way the markets actually move and exist.
All right, we broke the lows here. We got 5 minutes. Last 5. Broke the lows, respected the 4-hour highs. So could we possibly be coming downtown? We're here staring into the eye of these shorts once again, 24 hours later. Ready to go with zero emotion. Zero emotions. I'm a newer trader. You got any tips for us? New traders, okay, be consistent. Show up every single day to the same sessions, whatever it is, whether it's New York, London, Asian. Trade the same pair and trade the same ideas. You won't always get perfect opportunities, right? Some days you won't get an opportunity at all, right? But every day you have a good chance to practice discipline. And discipline is what gets it done here in this business, right? If you don't have discipline or emotional control or self-regulation or self-control or whatever word or term you want to use for it, you need to control yourself, right? So you need to make very wise moves mentally, right, on this chessboard here. So show up every day, get things to look familiar for you, right? Discipline will prepare you for taking good trades and good trades often. Discipline will also help you like know what you're looking for and what you're not looking for. So that way you understand whether you missed a move or it's just, if it's your move or not your move. And that's it. Your job's not to force any trades. Your job is to simply stay prepared long enough for opportunity to fall onto your lap. That is it. Can you be patient enough and prepare yourself enough so that way you sit around and opportunity falls on your lap, you can recognize it? That's trading. That's trading. No forcing, no going to get it, no aggressive, I'm going to get the markets, I'm going to make all, none of that. It's like fishing. You get out there, you shut up, you put your line out, you chill out, you wait for a bite. That's it. That's what this game is. If you could learn to do that, you'll make more money than you ever know what to do it. If you're gonna try and make more money though than you know what to do it, you won't run into too many dollars because you'll be trying to force it, and the market can sense that, and it doesn't pay people or traders that do that. So just be a fisherman. Just hang tight, relax. Man. Just relax and wait for the opportunity. Right now you got traders like, oh, it's breaking the low though, Nick. The move might go without us. Okay, awesome, right? Who cares? There'll be another one, right? At some point, maybe it comes today, maybe it comes Monday, maybe it's Tuesday, right? You gotta be chilling. You gotta be chilling, right? Just wait for things to fall right into your lap.
Yup. And remember, the goal is to always make money as a trader, right? But in order to do that, we have to produce an edge, right? So if we want to make money, if that's the goal, then we need to have a goal, and rather than the goal of making money, to produce an edge today, right? And then we can expect the money to come.
Yes, sir. All right, I deleted my thing, right? My order? I think so.
I don't know.
All right, well, we got 2 minutes here. So let's see how the candle closes. If we can stay, up there around that area, that region, then the sell's looking great.
Yes, sir.
Looking good.
Just gotta wait.
Does this come with age? Does what come with age? I don't think so, because John's like 14 years younger than me, and he's about it. He's about it. So I don't think so. I don't think it comes with age. I just think it comes with like understanding and hunger, right? Like using the the mind well, right? Knowing what you want, and then once you know what you want, you're receptive for new ideas, new information, right, to potentially get you from point A to point B. So it's just being a good student, having the awareness, and really taking what you learn and applying it, not sitting on it. And when you do make mistakes, just correcting them, you know, not making them too often.
Facts, bro. Age is really just a number, right? It shouldn't be an excuse. It doesn't matter the age. If we have skill sets, we can make things happen.
Yeah.
And remember, like, there's really never no better time to start anything, right? You just gotta do it. You gotta start today.
Yeah.
The best time to start some was probably like 10 years ago, but the next best time to start is today.
Just start it now, yeah. Just become the new you.
Coming.
Yeah. Like, why don't we start over? Why don't you leave the office, take a couple deep breaths, look at yourself in the mirror, tell you who you really are, and then step back into this room, and let's never return to that person again.
Right. All right, Nick, 30 seconds here.
All right, cool. Yeah, so let's see. We got 30 seconds. I got my sell stops ready to go. We need to make a top wick here, and then break at the lows, and this looking pretty good here. Pretty good. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, yo. Looking spiffy. All right, let's see if we can get this top wick. I like the idea of us coming down into these support levels at 17 for partials. And then, you know, full TP could be somewhere down towards like 05 here. All right, top wicks, and we're in play here. All right, that should be good for me. So I'm going to have a sell stop here on the break of the previous candle low. So if we could break that previous low now, we can drive down. The idea is to tap into a 47.16 here. That's where I will look to close some partials. And then full TP, I'd say, is going to be a little further, right? If we really look at the idea and the really on the 4 hour, right, of us kind of coming back down, filling that wick, and starting to break the low. I mean, you have incredible TP areas down here. So for now, I'll probably just plant my stake here and see if we can get down into whatever this is, 47.05. Yeah, kind of like I said earlier. And then for me, the partials will be sitting right at support here, a little bit above support, right around 47.16.
Clean.
Perfecto. Stops are obviously going to be above the highs, so above 47.42, somewhere above here. 47.44.4. I like that number. 47.444. Yeah, I like that number. All right, so there's our low on the current candle. Let's see if we can now come down and break the previous candle low. I think if we can re-break the highs and get a much steeper top wick, we may have an opportunity to shift our entry about 34 pips up.
I was thinking that.
Yeah, let's see if we can get a good top wick out of this guy. I would love to see another like attempt to get here and back above 33, and then you know, the rejection from there.
100% agreed.
Bum, bum. Stops, yeah, above above the highs. 47.44.
Another trade, fam. Another trade. Doing business.
The 1 minute's a scary movie? I bet it is. I bet it is.
That's why we're on the 15 minute.
I bet it's scary. It's Freaky Friday, baby. Just woke up. Hey, let's get it. The Big M is here. Welcome in, Grand Rising. Grand Rising. What's up, Max? How are you, man? All right, geez. I'm finna move this entry a little bit towards the break of the current candle low. Yeah, current candle lows now. So basically, the trade will look something like this, where you have stops above 44 here, TP down here at 05, and then yeah, some partials sitting. Yeah, maybe even sitting right around these lows here, 47.18.
Yep.
Yeah, looks good to me. We come into these lows right here, take partials. Yeah, and then see if we can get maybe another set of partials down there.
Yes, sir, brother.
All right.
And
well, that's the plan.
That's the entry the structure's calling for, right? We got a little bit of a steeper wick on the previous candles, so I like current candle here. Makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
Good work.
I understand almost everything you teach. The only thing is I'm struggling with how to mark zones. Yeah, you know, that's always the tricky part because there's zones everywhere. You know what I mean? Like if you look left, I mean, you can put zones everywhere. I would go watch it was an older video I did. It was about how to tell the story from time frame to time frame, and it had a lot to do with the way I mark up my zones. So it's a bit of an older video, but the information still applies today. I give a really good exercise in that video to start, you know, doing to kind of train your eyes to spot the best zones. So go check that one out, and then write down some questions, and any specific questions that you have, you know, come back on Monday and I'll be happy to answer and kind of draw things out and help you, you know, fill things in for you. Current it is. What up, Magnus?
Magnus.
Place my stops on the...
Current it is, yes, sir.
Stops on the break of the low of the doji. Was that on purpose? Which doji? Oh, no, I think it just lines up with the low here. Stop loss in outer space. I'm about to just put it up like that.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, where's once price hits here, I'm gonna just fool y'all real quick. Stops, price goes up. You're like, we're all stopped. I'm like, you guys are stopped, really? My stop's like way up here, man. I'm chilling. I'm still in. What you mean? Why'd you keep those tight stops?
Right.
Man, if we would have had 1,000 pip stop yesterday, that would have been a W trade. Sheesh.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Should have had 1,000 pip stop there.
Yo, fire's looking really good here too. Come back down.
Yeah. As long as we keep respecting that high, we're good to go. 1 hour really running into a tough zone here too.
Yes.
It's 9:30 coming up too, so we got you know, we got some volume creeping. Stop loss to the moon. Have I ever got my account blown? Oh my god. Many times. Many times. Don't remind me.
That's just a part of the process of being a great trader. You gotta go do that.
Yeah, you gotta go through that. I've blown many live accounts. I've blown many funded accounts. Many. It took me 3 years, gang, to make money here. Like, it took me 3 years to really even see any sort of profit. I think a lot of times people forget that, or they don't think about that. But you got to realize, you know, you guys didn't see me trading back then, right? But I had blown so many accounts, so many live accounts, so many funded accounts. Like I said, it took me a while to actually start making money in trading.
It's the process we all have to go through. Nick, you say it all the time, right? Dream, struggle, victory. It's like the process of success has failure within it, right? Like failure is a virtue of success. Like you have to go through it in order to get on the other side, right?
Yeah.
It's all about pushing through it though and becoming better from it rather than quitting from it, right? That's the difference between a winner and loser. They both fail, but losers quit. Winners get better from it.
Yep. That's the game. Everyone goes through it. We all go through like that signal stage and all that.
Right. So next time you fail in your life, just get better from it. Don't quit. And you'll be a winner.
Yep. You're now in 3 years, Julia, and guess what? You had your best week ever, right? Is that what I seen earlier? I think it was you, right? Best week ever in trading. Someone's up to something. That's good. That's, you know, that right there is progress. Like, that's something that has to be like celebrated slightly, you know, like, man, best week ever. That's huge. Like, that's huge.
Absolutely.
Something tells me you're starting to detach a little bit. You're getting your reps in. You're starting to understand trading from behind the curtain a little bit more, right? Because, you know, most traders, they only see it from, you know, the crowd. They don't see it from behind the curtain. So once you truly get professional and start really sticking to a system and working on yourself, you begin to see trading in a whole new light, a whole different perspective. So that ultimately causes some changes to happen, and those changes tend to lead to profitability. The signal services, yeah, man. Dude, I was getting signals from people. Like I thought it would work. I thought, man, if I get this guy's signal and this guy, he trades US 30. This guy's a master at GJ. Oh my God, I'll get all the best trades from GJ. I'll get all the greatest positions from US 30. Life's gonna be awesome. All I gotta do is look at my phone and wait for their text, and once it comes in, I'm just gonna, oh my God, it's gonna be great, you know? And again, that's what most people think about when they think of trading. And this thing couldn't be any further from the truth, right? So this is something that you really gotta take serious. You have to treat it like a business, right? And yeah, you can't just be relying on signals. But yeah, in the process of doing that, after you get off the signals, you're going to start attempting on your own, right? And chances are you're not going to do good because it's your first time doing it. So you're going to blow accounts, you're going to fail combines, you're going to blow XFAs, all that stuff. You know, we all go through it. We all go through it. All right, 5 minutes left. Let's go ahead and delete this. We'll wait for 9:30 at this point. We get a possible 30-minute bearish closure below the range, 15-minute celery, and that would be awesome. So let's see if we can get that.
I like it.
Yeah.
At 9:30. Well.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
And if we break that 1 hour low, you know, we should really get going there. So.
Right. 100%. We'll let the candles make the decisions for us.
Yeah. Should we be cautious taking counter trend trades right at the New York candle? Nah. That's just something happened to us yesterday. You know, we were on the wrong side of probability, but how many times have we been on the right side of probability at 9:30 New York Open, trend trading, counter trend trading? You know, it doesn't really play too much of an effect. So over the long run, nah, doesn't matter too much.
You know, what matters the most is price action. That's it.
Yeah.
Price action's king. Let price action be your boss, you know, and tell you what to do.
Yes, sir.
You know.
All snap. The Resonator's here. Holy. Back.
Clock.
That man's been on the grind.
What's up, Riz?
Man's been on the grind. All I see is this guy just studying, putting in the work, taking trades, reviewing trades. Epic.
Let's get it. That's what it takes to be a winner.
Epic.
When people are like, bro, why are you so successful? You could be like, I studied.
Yeah, man.
That's why. Go work.
That's what we talked about yesterday. I think it was an Asian, right? After like all those failed attempts to be profitable as a trader, eventually I just started seeing, you know, I started focusing on the performance and studying and making sure I was putting in the work. And all of a sudden I look back and I had 3 green weeks in a row or something like that. It was like a green month. I was like, whoa, you know, and you begin to think, oh, am I getting lucky or what is happening here? But then you start to realize, no, you know, I've been putting in the work. I've been here every day. I've been separating myself. I've been waking up early. I've been going to bed late. I've been, right, just putting in the work. I've been doing simulations and, you know, studying my trades and, you know, staying home when other people are going out, right? I'm actually putting in the work. I deserve to win. And then again, that starts to take on a whole life of its own at that point where now you know you deserve to win, right? And once you know that you deserve to win, it's over. Most people don't believe they could win. They want to win, but they don't truly believe that they deserve winning. But if you're putting in that work, if you're putting in the time and dedicating yourself to the craft, my friend, you deserve to win, right? You got to step into that and, you know, appreciate that. You're not getting lucky, right? You're putting in the work.
Facts, bro.
Back testing in the beginning is probably pretty important because you want to get your reps in. There comes a point where I think you can kind of start leaning on just forward sizing or forward sampling or whatever they call it, forward testing, just showing up every day. I show up to the markets every day, so I don't need much of a time to go back test, right? Because I got eyes on the markets every day. But when I was new, back testing was great. Running those simulations were great. Those are all reps, you know what I mean? As a new trader, your last focus should be getting money, and your main priority should be getting reps. Let me pause for effect. Write that down. As a new trader, you should not be focused primarily on making money. You should really be focused on getting reps in, so that way you can understand how to perform properly, because proper performance brings the money. Not just, swinging the bat and showing up to the charts, right? So really, really take your time as a new trader to focus on getting good, right? And then you can start stepping into, financial goals and making money and, flipping accounts or getting payouts and whatnot. But in the beginning, your only job is just to learn. So, and you don't want to pay too much to learn. So what I mean by that is you don't want to get all these big accounts and blow them and do all this stuff, right? Just simply trade a small little account and learn for cheap. Get your reps in, take your 4 months, 6 months, whatever it's going to take, and then start really digging deep for some financial goals. Oh, wow, look at this. Might close above here.
Looks like it.
Glad we didn't get in on the break of that candle, eh?
Yes, sir. Exactly why we were patient.
Gotta let it fall in your lap. This is not fall.
Yes, sir.
Damn, no, nothing here. Nada. When you would have thought.
Patience pays us when we're in the markets, and patience also pays us when we're out of the markets, chat. And that's what you have to realize here too, right? Because we didn't take that first sell, we avoided a loss here, thanks to our patience. So it pays in both ways.
Yep. Demo accounts and paper trading. I would actually suggest you buy a cheap funded account or a smaller like live account, a couple $100, whatever you could afford, $100, $200, $300, something where you got a little bit of skin in the game, right? So there's something at risk, like your funded account or your couple $100, so that way you're actually being disciplined and whatnot. But yeah, I never did like the demo or the I don't know, there's just no emotions there, right? So anyone's gonna be able to make money on those accounts, right? Like if the trade doesn't go in your way, just don't put a stop loss, and maybe eventually 2 days later it'll come into profit. Like you got no worries there, right? But if that's your $300 account, you're trying to protect that capital, right? So you're gonna keep a stop loss, and you're actually gonna trade it like it should be traded. So personally, I don't really like the demo accounts or the paper trading too much, unless you're already a profitable trader and you're just focused on studying a certain setup or something like that. But to learn trading, you got to realize 10% is technicals, right? The other 90% is basically your mind and your mentality and your emotional state. So at that point, what should be the main focus to work on? It shouldn't always be the technicals, right? It should be the emotions. So you can't work on emotions without anything at risk. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't really like the demo accounts. Holy! Bye-bye, Goldie.
Cool.
Bye-bye.
Sellers, man. Impatient sellers getting stopped right now. Goldie juice at 9:30.
Stop loss hit? All right. Well, hey, thanks for sharing that. I think you shared that yesterday too. Clearly, we don't trade the same way, but I'd really actually enjoy having you here. And, thanks for telling us when you're getting in and when you're getting out and being honest if you get stopped out and all that stuff. Respect.
Yo, fact.
I see you, though. I see you every day. I see when you get in and get out. You're doing good. You're doing real good.
The trader I respect the most is a good loser.
Facts.
Anyone could be a good winner, but can you be a good loser? And I respect that.
You can use cents and, oh wow, you can use $1. There you go. How to train and practice the eyes for the market. The same way you would train and practice for anything else. Repetition. Repetition. Repetition, repetition. You got to be here. You know, you got to be here. You got to show up. You notice how every day I'm not too distracted. I'm not sitting here looking at my phone. I'm not saying, hey guys, welcome to the stream. I'm playing Call of Duty over here. But we're gonna wait for cells below 4733 for anyone who just got here. And then I'm just distracted, right? I'm focused, right? My eyes are locked. Even though I'm talking to you guys, I'm answering questions, right? I'm studying, right? Every single moment of these streams, my eyes are always watching, always studying. And I've been doing that now for many years. And because of those reps, that's where I've been able to, you know, succeed in that areas. I've just shown up to literally every single New York session, besides maybe 7 or 8. I have not missed a New York session, besides maybe 7 or 8 sessions over the last 5 years, 6 years. So I've trained my eyes by showing up every day. When you show up every day like that, it's hard not to get good. You know what I mean?
Exactly, bro. It's like there's no way it can't work out at that point, because you just stack the odds in your favor for it to work out by doing the right things, the right habits, thinking the right thoughts.
Yep. And I want to win. Like, I genuinely want to. I enjoy winning. Like, I want to win in life. I want to win in trading. I see this as something that 90% of people can't even wrap their head around. So I want to be good at it, right? It's just something in me, a desire that just wants to be good. So some people don't have that same drive or that same desire. You're just here passing with the wind, hoping that you can make a bunch of money. And then when you fail a couple times, you're going to, look at the cut on your knee and you're going to go, I don't want to do this anymore, right? I love this game. I don't know about you guys. I love taking the wins, the losses, everything in between, learning the game. Even the 3 years that I just embarrassed myself and made no money, I enjoy that process, So not everyone has that dog in them for trading, right? They might have that dog in them, but it might not necessarily be for trading itself. So I'm passionate, and I like studying it. And that's probably one of the main reasons why I have trained my eyes so well, is because I truly have a love for the game in a way. So yeah, once you develop that and you can commit to that, I mean, again, it's hard not to win, right? When you're that committed and that in love with not winning itself, but the process of winning. So yeah, that helps. That helps big time.
And you say it too, bro. You want to develop a passion for this, right? Like, you gotta figure out why you want to be so good at trading. Like, why do you want to be so good at trading? When you can figure out that why, that is what gives you a burning desire to actually be good at this stuff, right? And once you understand your why, like why you want to do this, then you can start taking the right actions because of that why, right? That why gives you purpose now to have a plan and follow it every day.
Have a plan.
Like, I want freedom. My why is freedom, right? So if I want freedom, then I gotta follow this plan here. So that pushes me to do the right things.
Hell yeah. Plus it pays well. I heard one guy in the golf tournament, they go, why are you still playing? Like, you come in 30th every time. He goes, they pay freaking pretty damn good to come in 30th. Right? I made 50 grand today, or this weekend. So gang, the game pays well once you can, be a good student of it and respect it, right? So that's another reason, I'm semi-passionate, because holy crap, I could make 5 grand in a day. I could make 10 grand in a day. I could make 500 or 1,000, right? Like, where else are you going to be able to do that in a matter of a couple hours at your house, or from anywhere in the world for that matter?
Exactly.
So,
and not have a cap on your salary. You can make more, you can scale it.
Facts. Trading had my name all over it. I just never knew it.
Same, bro.
Separation, baby. You gotta love it. I keep blowing accounts. You think I should first trade on my personal live account, then once I'm able to double it, at least I think you should just study a system. Forget about the money, the double in, the triple in, the live, this. I would just, like I said earlier, get a small little account, bro. Forget about the money. just forget about it for 2 months. Really focus on getting good. You're never going to make money unless you're good. That's it. Unless you can really take good trades, or every single trade, you'll never make money. So why don't you just slow down a little bit? Forget about the double in and the consistency, and just focus on the playbook, studying the playbook, being able to recognize the positions, right? Then execute the positions, manage them properly. There's a lot that goes into this, right? Managing them properly, right? And then start to focus back on making some money, right? Once you've officially started to see some success with those daily actions. Because remember, anyone can make money in a day, a week, or a month. But I'm assuming I'm talking to the people who want to make money month after month, year after year, right? That's who I'm assuming. When I speak here, I'm assuming I'm talking to that individual based off what I say. So if you want to make money year after year, don't you think it'd be worth it to take 2 months and just settle it all, right? Just put all the pieces on the table and start to put it together, right? And then once you have that thing together properly, now you can start making money. Now you can start enjoying, your day-to-day trading by taking good setups, managing them well, and not rushing into becoming so rich so quick, right? Like, again, it's the illusion of trading, right? Like, you can get rich, but man, it's gonna take time, just like anything would, right? Like, no matter what you're trying to get good at, it will take some time on the front end. So take that time, respect that time on the front end, and then you'll be swinging the bat and getting base hits and doubles and triples forever. Well, but hey, we're here for you too, man. Like, we want to see you win, right? So take your time, slow it down to speed it up. You got your whole life ahead of you. There's no point in just trying to get this done by Monday.
Yeah. Long-term thinkers, right?
Yes.
Long-term thinker is a winner.
Yes. And look, sometimes the ego doesn't like to hear that type of coaching. The ego doesn't want that feedback and mentorship. The ego wants it and wants it now, right? So I get that, but you got to push the ego to the side. And if I am in life where you want to be, or if I have some sort of result that you want, that means that I have the fruit on the tree that you're looking for. So it'd be wise to listen to my advice, so that way you also, right, can at some point possibly be able to, get whatever it is that I have that you, desire, or whatever it is, right? So when I found people who are in life where I wanted to be, I just listened, right? And I started to do what they said, whether I believed it was right or not, as long as it didn't go against my morals or my principles, right? I was in. So even when I didn't trust it, even when I didn't understand it, of course I didn't understand it. How would I be able to understand wealth mentality when I was raised by broke people? Right? So, you got to change. You got to sometimes take that advice by faith. And even though you don't think it's the right thing to do, look at your situation. Let's maybe stop thinking, right? Like I remember my mentors, let me do the thinking. Let me do the thinking, right? You just do the doing. So that's what I would recommend to you. You do the doing. And if you have any questions, I'll help you out in any way I can.
Thanks, bro. Because just think about it. The more time you got and the more time you go, the more progress you're going to make, right? So don't just commit to the next month or two. Commit to the next decade, right? And just think about, obviously we're going to enjoy the progress and the present moment. But just think about, okay, if I just continue on my progress and I stay consistent and do the right things, okay, where can I be at in 5 years from now, right? How much more progress am I going to make from 5 years, from now until 5 years, right? How much better am I going to be? And that's why you need to be a long-term thinker, right? Because a lot of your progress is going to come in the long term, right? As you stack progress each and every day on yourself.
Yeah.
That's why long-term thinkers are winners. Yes, sir.
Wowzers. Goldie. There goes the 4-hour highs, 1 hour popped here, 30-minute no bottom wick, just straight up. Straight up we go. So the plan remains the same, right? Regardless of what's happening. We know that anything above 47.42, we see a break, a retest, and then bam, we're buying, right? We're in that buyer's eye mode now. Anything below here stays bearish, but we'll see what happens above here. We got a lot of clean range to the left. If we can get some structure, I don't mind taking my selling hat off and throwing my buying hat on and flipping the bias according to what I see here with structure. Can you explain how this wasn't a break trade? Break trade. Can I explain which one? Be the doer. Yes. Be the doer. So Nick, what should I do? You should do. That's it. Just do. Don't focus on anything other than doing.
Remember, fam, knowledge is only potential power. It becomes power when you constructively use it and you constructively apply it and act on it. Then it's real power.
How do you support yourself in the 3 years you said it took to start earning money trading, day job, then side? Yeah. So I had some money saved up from a, believe it or not, a cannabis company that I had. And so that was stacked aside. It was like 15, 18,000 bucks. And that was my window, right? That was my window of opportunity. And I had money saved away, but that money started running out, right? That money started dwelling. So from time to time, I would have to go back and pick up a little job. I had a friend who, he owned like a company where they delivered car parts to different mechanic shops or whatever. So every now and then I had to, go hustle it back up and go, work for him and, take a week and make 600 bucks. And yeah, so that's kind of how I did it. I kind of bought myself a window of opportunity and I didn't want to go back to a job, but man, believe it or not, it got to the point where I was blowing so many accounts. Yeah, the Clubhouse. All right, for those of you guys that don't know, I was in the cannabis business for many years. This is probably me at 14 years old, gang. 14 years old. So we did our thing for a long time, and I had some money saved up from all that. Yeah, so, I would have to go back sometimes here and there to get jobs and whatnot. And believe it or not, it came to a point where I basically ran out of all my money. And so I had nothing else to lean on outside of my dad, who was a tractor trailer driver. He had a company, and I was gonna basically learn how to drive trucks, dude. I was having a baby, and it was getting to the point where my whole family was like, yo, all right, enough's enough, man. Like you got a kid coming, you need to do something, blah, 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 blah. You guys know how it goes, right? So believe it or not, I actually went and applied for my CDL license. And I failed the test by 1 point. 1 point. Once I failed that test by 1 point, I already knew I was destined for greatness. I already knew that this thing was going to work. I didn't look back. She was like, would you like to schedule a retry? I said, hell no, I'm out of here. I knew that I was being called to do this trading thing. Like, I just knew it was going to click at some point. And that, failed CDL thing by 1 point, I don't know. It just spoke to me inside, and I'm like, I'm meant for this. I'm gonna get this done. I'm gonna prove everyone wrong. I'm gonna prove myself right. I'm gonna prove everyone else wrong, and I'm gonna do this thing. And man, it wasn't too long after that where I started stringing together some serious profitability and was able to get back on my feet and start to get payouts. I got a big $12,000 payout. I got a $8,000 payout. All of a sudden, I had all this money. I'm like, wow, that really turned the table fairly quickly. So yeah, that was pretty much what I was doing during that learning season, was really just kind of leaning on that money that I had saved up, hustling here and there to get an extra $500-600 a week if I needed it, and just staying on top of my game.
I need that cash flow.
Yeah.
Yo, this company was sick, man. There was a drive-through and everything.
Yeah. Hey, I had the most legit company you would see. The most legitimate, illegitimate business model you ever seen. Trust me, you already know I was running that like a business. I had a drive-up window, all that. When you came to me, it was an experience. It was an experience. Trust.
Dude, Nick's your guy, man.
Couple guys here know what I'm talking about. I won't name any names. There you go. There you go. Nice. I'm a great mentor. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. How was that feeling? Which one? Which feeling? Had to knock on the window with the. Nah, it was epic.
Dude, great time.
It was a legit experience. Like I'd be like, yo, how's your day? You know, how's it going? How's your day? Hey, try this new stuff. Here, I get some free stuff. I have freebies all the time. It was
Bro,
it was like, have you tried the new chicken patty? You know, it was like one of those things. Like,
you'd always give a little more too than what was asked for, which was amazing.
observe the masses and do the opposite, G. Everyone gave him a little less. So you know what I did? I gave him a little more. I gave him a little more.
Exactly, bro. W man, bro. W plug.
Freebies, Rich. Where were you, bro? NQ ripping up. Yeah, that's no surprise, man. No surprise. Did I try my strategy on the 5-minute? Yes, and that's basically where I lost all my 30 grand. Pretty much. On the 5-minute time frame. I still have the Telegram text with me and my boys. And I said, boys, I'm never, and I mean ever, going back to the 5-minute time frame. I still have the text message in my phone.
5-minute dangers.
We've had people go down to that time frame and come back extremely wounded, limping, needing bandages. So yeah, look, anything that you commit to, right, long and like stay at long enough, you'll get good at. So if you really like the 5-minute time frame, just commit there for the next 6 months, till the end of the year, and then boom, I'm sure you'll be able to see it well. You might lose 30 grand in the process, but hey, it's part of learning.
As long as you commit, get your answers.
Blue Dream, of course, man. Of course. I was in high school in 2006, 2007, 2008. Guys don't even know.
They don't, bro.
They had the little baggies in the baggie. They didn't have that.
The baggies.
They didn't have these flashy things that they got nowadays.
The baggies you had, bro, were the best, bro.
Yeah, the little baggies in the baggies. Stop playing. I had that celery play.
Yup, Nick had the best logos on his bags. Yep.
Chill.
He really did.
Look, I've been an entrepreneur for a very, very long time, gang. Yes, sir. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, it's good to know these type of stories, you know?
Need that.
It's good to know these type of stories. What else you guys want to know?
You needed that cash flow, bro. Yo, you need that cash flow to really make your investments start to pop.
Trump talking today? Yeet. Do we get a sender back down with the Trump talk? Yo, there's this one guy on IG. He is hilarious. He goes, bro, you wasn't there. You wasn't there. He talks about like the early 2000s a lot. It's so funny. Gold did us dirty 2 days in a row? What you mean? We good. We good.
Goldie didn't do us dirty.
I be chilling.
We're green here today. From Asian session. Shout out
We took a
Asian
little
session.
loss yesterday. Got it back. Remember what I said? You know, what loss have we not gotten back? Name a loss that we haven't gotten back. I mean, maybe sometimes you guys lose your accounts and whatnot, so I get that. But like, I mean, I really haven't had a loss that I haven't gotten back in the last couple years.
We're traders. Traders trade, right? The most consistently profitable traders P&Ls fluctuate, right? It's called an uptrend. right? It goes up and then goes down, but it always continues to go up, right? It's a higher high, higher low type of thing. So those lower lows, or I'm sorry, those higher lows aren't the end of the world. It's literally just a higher low to continue making a new higher high. That's how you got to look at those losses, right? They're part of the system, but we always will recover from them and continue pushing up in our P&L.
Facts.
So never look for just a steady like linear line up. It's always a nice fluctuation of an uptrend.
These boys are cracking me up.
Bro,
You don't know about the dro. What you know about the dro? Stop. You guys like dro? Dro? Do you think learning trading you had to lose accounts? Yes. Yes. Word. What's so hard about sipping excess and putting trades on? I'm confused. Is FVG known as... Oh, I have no idea. I'm confused too. Me and you will be confused together about the FVG. Don't worry about the FVG, and let's just pay attention to the ranges. Let's wait for a break and retest above 47.42 or a closure back below 47.33, and then that's when I think we can step in and play some ball here. What you know about the mids? Man's walk around. Back then, you can get something for $5. Sometimes you only have 4. He was like, all right, I'll do it.
Not even French fries are $5. Those things are like $6.
He said, I bet I'll do it. I'll do it one time. Still had enough to share with your buddy. Oh, man. You guys are funny. The mids. What you know about regs? I'm up 4% last month after a year and a half of losing. Any advice? Keep up the great work. Keep up the great work. Don't change a thing. And don't try and make 8% all of a sudden, right? Just keep going exactly how you are. Eventually, you'll find a nice pace. And, at that point, momentum will take over for you. Magnus buying some jeans. Just got to get that new workout gear. Wrangler jeans. Taking you down memory lane, baby. Epic. Epic. Classic. All right, we get a closure here in 3 minutes. We got no bottom wick on this 30-minute candle. Would like to see a little 15-minute pullback before we really do anything here. Put you on the live stream. Come on up. Come on up. Make your way up.
Don't worry, bro. We should let someone come up, bro. Get the mic here.
Who wants to come up?
Let us know.
Open mic. Did you face struggles with sizing into trades and stuff? Absolutely. I remember I followed this kid named Don. He was a streamer, and he pretty much traded the same, very similar to what we trade today. He had a very similar to Raja and stuff like, very similar like strategy to Raja and whatnot. And I remember he was, there was a time where he was going 8 lots, and I'm like, I want to go 8 lots, but I shouldn't have been going 8 lots. I should have been going maybe at best 1 lot, but I decided to go do what he did, and this is where I struggled really bad. So I would go bigger, and I was just an emotional wreck. So I struggled with this for a little bit, and then going sizing down and trying to find that sweet spot that I was comfortable with, or just I knew I couldn't trade 8. It was just he would get into trades. The moment we get in drawdown, I would get scared out of my life because I was basically on the brink of blowing my account, and I would just get out of the trade. So I'd take a stupid loss. Meanwhile, the trade just going into drawdown. He's taking a win. So I realized, like, all right, let me not try and size up too much. Like, he's at the level where he can size up right there. He's got the account, the capital. Like, I'm just not there yet. So that's when I had to kind of work it all the way back. So I went all the way back to like a 0.5, which is it's like $5 a pip when you're trading like forex and stuff. So I went all the way back down, and I just started working myself back up in 6 and 7 and 8. And it's kind of like I tell you guys a lot too, like size all the way down to the point where, like, if you get a stop loss hit, right, it doesn't really matter to you. And if your TP gets hit, it's awesome, but like it's not going to change your life, right? So what you're doing here is you're training yourself to manage positions well without any sort of like emotions coming from the money. So when I sized all the way down, I was able to now focus again on trading and the management of the trades, and I got my eyes off of that floating P&L, and then started to increase my size from there as I got my reps in and got better and better and better. Yeah, but I struggled with that for a little bit. My big thing was, I had already found a little success in life before I got into trading and couldn't really hold it or sustain it. And I just had a little bit of a chip on my shoulder where I felt like, I should start making money right away. But who was I to think that, right? So the market humbled me, as it will you, and everyone else for that matter. And then I had to kind of go all the way back, slow down to speed back up. So.
Bro, there's two things I think that kills traders the most is over trading and over risking. Over trading, over risking, I think kills the P&L the most. So the way to protect yourself from that is to create a rule that will protect you from it, right? Like 1 to 2 trades a day. That will protect you from over trading, right? So start to make that non-negotiable. Risk a small percentage of your capital, right? Or just an amount that is comfortable for you to be detached from the outcome. And if you do those two things and make them a non-negotiable right off the bat, right, you're separating yourselves from the amateur trader, because amateur traders don't manage risk. Pro traders do. So you do that, you start to be a pro trader, you start to manage risk. On top of it, you start to trade an edge, you're golden.
Yep, that's it. All right, no top wick here. So we get our closure. We got no top wick on the 1 hour, no bottom wick on the 30 minute, and the no bottom wick and no top wick here. So yeah, let's see what happens now. We need some structure here, maybe a resistance or maybe a kind of push back down, support formed, and then can move up. But it looks like that 4 hour close with no top wick there as well. So we're likely to possibly see a 4 hour come back down here, right? Push back down to the range, but there's really no setup at the moment. So interesting closure.
Out of way, bro. What do you do as a trader? I literally just wait.
Crazy.
That's what I do.
Crazy.
If you're not waiting 90% plus of the time during your trading session as a trader, then I think you need to rethink, right, your actions.
Yep. Thank you. But how much size for the challenge is the approach? It just depends what size challenge you have. Keep it low. You know what I mean? And again, like a lot of that goes back to your comfortability, because believe it or not, man, you could have a $100,000 account, right? And still not be able to open up 10 lots. Not because your account can't handle it, but you can't handle it. So it really doesn't matter about the account, right? Your emotional stability to act properly when you have floating P&L matters more than your capital. So first off, no matter what account size you're trading, you got to be comfortable with the loss, with the fluctuation, with that size. And then from there, you can start to, work your way up. So if you have like a 50K account, I don't know, maybe 5 MGC to 5 to 10 MGCs, just to kind of get comfortable and then start working your way up from there.
See, how do you know which amount you should risk, right? Which amount for you is the right amount to risk, right? Because there's really no right or wrong with this. Someone could risk 50% of their account and be an amazing loser, and someone can risk 3% of their account and hate themselves after and be emotional. The key to figuring out the right amount for you is the one that allows you to be detached from the outcome, right? What size allows you to literally not care about the outcome at all, So you can really just care more so about your process and getting those outcomes, right? So the amount that allows you to detach from the outcome is the amount you need to execute on.
Yep. Bro, you're a retard. Yeah, well, I'm also, rich and young and great trader and decently looking. So, I got a little retard. It's fine. It's fine. I'm cool with that. Cool with that. It balances things out.
Hilarious, bro. That's mad funny.
Pickleball. Magnus gonna get jeans for pickleball.
Yeah. Magnus, bro.
Magnus, how are the boys here?
Yo, we got Magnus and Rafi here.
Oh, yo.
What's up, boys?
Hey, how are you?
Jeans and Tims, bro.
Magnus bought new jeans to trade in.
Rafi, bro.
Bro,
This is his new trading jeans.
Yo, Magnus got the waterproof Tims. The one with the metal toe.
Yo,
You got them
that's
steel
Rafi,
toe,
bro.
waterproofs.
That's
I
hilarious.
don't even know what shoes it is, but I could almost imagine what you guys mean.
Man, how we doing, brothers? How we doing? How we feeling? Happy Friday, everybody.
Are we done?
How you doing?
Yes, sir.
How you
Yeah,
doing?
just
How you doing?
Amazing.
How you
We
doing?
done.
How you
How you doing?
I am not
Let's see.
smart. I am not smart. Hello, my name is Nick, and I am not smart. IC markets? Yeah, they're pretty good.
That's
Could
Pretty
always
good.
be
retarded.
smarter, bro.
I've always heard good things about IC markets.
We could always be smarter, always be better.
Hey, things could be worse, things could be better, you know?
Exactly, man.
Yeah, 100%.
How you guys doing?
Am
Welcome
my mic is fine here?
It kind of sounds like you're
Yes.
underwater, but other than that, you're good to go.
Okay.
You SpongeBob.
Wait, give me just a sec, maybe.
Tell the
Nah,
fishies I said
honestly,
hello.
it sounds fine, I think.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it does.
You might have some
I'll
Quakers in
send
the
you some
chat.
Dayquil.
Yeah.
Would someone say you guys need Dayquil? I got that. Let me know.
No. Oh man.
What y'all need? What y'all
You got the
need?
Dayquil, I got the NyQuil.
You get Dayquil in the front, NyQuil around back. How you doing?
Got it all.
Just don't tell anyone. Just don't tell anyone.
Or a salary, huh? I'm gonna have to check the Asian session on replay this weekend.
Oh
I'm
yes.
sure some,
yeah. If you
some
guys missed
gems were
Asian,
dropped.
go check
Missed
it
you
out.
last night, Rafi.
Go
Yeah,
check it
you know,
out.
I was doing that birthing class, so
Yeah.
How'd that
Absolutely.
go?
It's like a lovely trade.
it's going good. We're going through now practicing, potential things, what could happen and positions that you can do and stuff like that. And just kind of like a coaching. It was coaching. They call it, like what the coach does because, we're going to be doing this at home. So it was kind of like a practicing for, it was what we call in baseball, I forgot the name. And scrimmage. That's what it is. Like situational situations.
Got you.
Yeah.
Yep. That's great, man.
Yeah.
Really getting prepared for it.
Getting you
Yeah, that
prepared
sounds
now.
good.
So now you got the knowledge. You got some of the knowledge. Now you got to prepare yourself spiritually and mentally for it. And that's where, you do your own work and you already got the knowledge, but now you got to truly treat this like, for me anyway, it's one of the most important performance of my career overall. So we got to prepare for that.
Let's get it.
Yes.
Performance day coming.
Let's get
Okay.
it.
You got the
know it.
scrimmage going. Little scrimmage.
Yes, sir.
It's classic. Little sample sizing. Simulation.
Literally, bro. Simulation.
Epic. Rafi's gonna be trading London session these days.
Oh, bro, I'm going to be there almost every day. You already know.
Let's go, Rafi. Can't wait to see you
Straight
in
back down. Wow. Oh, I forgot Green's pulling up today.
there. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
let's go.
Forgot.
Man, I gotta.
I forgot.
Sheesh, last
Been
minute.
in the airport
I
for
forgot. I
5
gotta
hours.
set this guy up with a ride from the airport. Hold on a second. Whoops, sorry, Green.
Yo, we can get Joe on it.
Hey, John, get Joe on that airport ride, all right?
Yo, Joe, wake up, bro.
Nah, don't tell me he's still sleeping.
I don't know if he's still sleeping, but he's in that room.
Let me text him. Joe, the money's calling.
Bro,
He usually
Yo,
writes
Green
back.
Man, looking
He usually
forward.
writes right back when I say that.
looking
Free
forward to
cookies,
seeing you, bro.
anyone?
I got some
free
crumble for you.
cookies?
Joe, the money's calling.
Uncle SpongeBob, how you doing?
What's up, Bob?
Wow, 4 hours straight back down, no top wick.
See, that's why we had our entry on the previous candle.
Wow, look at this.
Current candle, sorry.
So,
Wow, man, no top wick here in the 4 hour too.
Yeah. Man just came out of the clouds like a Greek god. Whoa, no top wick on the 4 hour. I was like, oh my God, I forgot he was here for a second with that new microphone. Thought that was God himself speaking
Yeah,
from
well-
the skies.
Bro,
I had a
clear
similar
background,
thought.
too.
I'm glad that you say that.
Bro.
God just steps in. Yes, no top wick on that 4 hour. We're going down. Like, what? Oh, snap.
Yeah. Bro, that's
Mike,
hilarious.
where you at, Magnus?
Bro, it's King Neptune.
Bro.
You traveling?
We had to make a trip, so I'm out of the house here today.
Nice.
On the PC. But it's all good, you know.
Yeah,
That's the ability with trading here.
chilling.
Yeah, facts, bro.
Yeah, we
That's why
chilling,
we
man.
trade.
Exactly. Yeah.
Best part about trading. You do it from anywhere, whenever.
Exactly, man. I
Even
agree.
on the beach, like your guru shows you. Hey guys, I just made
Literally.
120,000 sitting at the beach. I'm like, how? I can't even see the laptop screen. The sun is so bright when I'm on the beach. Like, how'd you make 120 grand? That's crazy. Yeah,
You gotta
guys.
take the towel, put it like over
Nah,
there.
bro, you gotta take an umbrella with you, bro. And
Yeah.
make sure if you go to a beach club, make sure they had an umbrella on top of you.
Nah, for real though.
The
Yeah.
umbrella, man.
I'm calling Cap, bro. How these dudes making money on the beach when they can't even see the screen?
Bah, that's funny.
Because it's cat, bro.
Anyone want to be a trader like me and make money on the beach?
Bro, come on.
No,
No,
that
one,
guy's cap.
no one makes money on the beach. With
Oh,
like
the
that.
anti-glare screen. Got it.
The
You
only
start
way I'm
calling them
making
out on
money
it. They're
at
like,
the
yo,
beach,
you're a
bro.
brokey. Get the anti-glare screen. You're so broke. Okay, sorry.
Bro, the only way I'm making money at the beach is in my resort. Inside where I can actually see my screen, bro.
During the New
Yeah,
York
yeah,
session.
100%, bro.
Man talking about, yo, we went deep sea fishing and I made 100,000. Like, how, dude? Deep sea
Bro.
fishing? How'd you even get
Underwater?
Wi-Fi out there? Like, what?
Yeah,
Bro, not even my internet works.
Oh, wow. Right back down we go into support.
Wow.
Holy smokes.
Incredible move there.
Yeah, man. So now that the 4 hour closed bare, I think we potentially have an opportunity here to maybe get support and then a closure below. Yep.
Yeah, I agree. I like that.
They're
It's my
ready.
idea too.
How long will that take?
It's tough with the buys here, for sure.
How much?
No top wick on the 4 hour daily at resistance. Wow.
yeah, but overextended too.
Yeah, a lot. It's getting tough. New
and that
resistance would
daily-
be fire.
That daily also rejected from that daily resistance as well.
Yeah, man. I saw that. We also filled the previous wick there and all that. So
Yeah. Feel that
Yeah,
weight,
tough.
rejected of that resistance and dumped. So,
Bro, those cells would have been amazing had we got activated. Those were looking good.
yeah, true. I had saw stuff there too. Look nice.
Yeah.
All right, I say this as humbly as possible, but the cleaners have to come in the office real quick, so we might have them in the background a little bit. My bad, my bad. Like, we got to get in here now.
Nice, bro.
Sorry.
They're cleaning.
Dislike Top Step customer service? Yeah, it's not the best at all, actually. Very hard to
That's trash.
get a hold of them.
Nah, it's trash to be honest. It takes a bit of time too.
They didn't give me one of my payouts, and I had to wait like almost 2 weeks for a response on where that payout was. So yeah, they were trash.
Yeah, they removed like one XFA from me too one time.
Yeah, me too. I didn't get a payout one time. I had like 4
Bro, I was
payouts.
like,
They
what?
sent me 3. So what?
Weird, man.
You guys are gonna meet my cleaners. They're super cool. They might even give you a gem or 2. Wow, literally the rejection straight to support. That's insane. Artistic. Pack runner. Pack runner is a trade where a lot of times if like a candle, like a bearish candle doesn't have much of a top wick, a lot of times like before setting the sell stop, I want to see a top wick form, break that high, and then I'll have a sell stop on the break of the low. Yeah, because a lot of times like candles will give, if one candle doesn't have a wick, the next one sometimes will come up and give it the wick. Especially if you are in a high volume time, you'll come up, you'll break that high, and then when you start breaking the lows again, that's kind of like where we're like, all right, pack's been grabbed, time to enter. It could be a new 4-hour bottom wick, yes, but that 4-hour candle also closed with no top wick on it, so we could start leading to a rejection here as well. Do I like Top One Trader? I like the guys that own Top One Trader. I like everything about Top One Trader outside of that 5-minute rule that they have. But other than that, I like everything about them. I don't use Top One Trader. I use Top One Futures. So that's the one I would probably look into. But yeah. Am I standing? I am standing, yes. Yeah. Almost every stream I stand. I don't like sitting. All right, we need if we are going to take these sells, we're going to need like probably the closure below 29 to be honest. I don't know how I feel about this closure here below 40.
Yeah.
Even though the 4-hour has no top wick, right? Like it's still, we could still move back up there. Maybe a bullish closure, you know, something like that. The celery play works here too. Get like a top wick to come up, candle close below the range, take a sell on the break of the lows. Yeah, I think that would be pretty good.
Plus the 30 minutes still open too.
Yeah, 30 still open.
Yeah.
1 hour still open. Tricky day today, yes. Tricky.
Something that could be good too is like a support forms. And maybe the buys, but if not, we can take the closure below that support.
Difference between like inverted celery and the fade, same concept. They both kind of come when a target is being tapped. So the fade a lot of times is going to be where you kind of get a build up. So a lot of times you'll get a build up. So you'll get a big move that rejects, right? And then you'll have this, let me make that better. You'll have a wick here to fill, right? And what happens is the next candle will kind of wick down and make an attempt up and kind of fail to do it. So you see how there's like a little bit of a build up here where you have multiple candles starting to reject a certain like targeted area where you start rejecting like that. And then a lot of times I'll wait for the higher volume to come in. I'll let this candle kind of attempt to move up first, and then I'll set a sell stop on the break of that low. So it's similar to an inverted celery, but sometimes the fade will take 2 or 3 candles to load itself up to make like a good fade, where you kind of just have this little pattern here where it's like a bunch of attempts to get into that zone, but they keep failing. So let's say now the next candle is 9:15 or 9:30 or New York Open or London Open, and you got a lot of volume coming in. This is where now I will look to have a sell stop, because I'll say, okay, look, we have this rejection first. right? Tapping target. Next candle failed to break the high. Next candle failed to push up. We have little small lower wicks, and then usually like I'll set a sell stop on the break of that low right there. So that's typically how it happens. There's a little bit of a build up to the fade position that you want to see, but at the end of the day, that confirmation candle is still pretty much an inverted celery, right? But the fade, like I said, takes a little bit more of a build up to where if you're looking for an inverted celery, a lot of times you can get that simply, right, by just following trend and you know, waiting for some type of resistance that just shows up in the form of a inverted celery play like this. So you see how there's like no build up here, right? We just take the sell on the break of that low now, where this you kind of have like a testing of the zone, a testing of the target being tapped to make sure that price will reject there and not keep pushing up. Make sense? Any other questions on that? Hey, yo, John, now you making me look good. All right. Now we're talking. That's cool. Liquidated. That's actually dope. Yo, appreciate that. Maney. All right, let's see what we do here. We're gonna get a little move down on the 15. It looks like. What you guys got going on this weekend, boys? Anything?
Oh, I got the webinar tomorrow. I'm excited about that. That's gonna be a pretty interesting one, in a amazing way. And then yeah, just have a whole thing for Courtney prepared on Sunday. Can't say it too loud, but yeah, that's it.
Let's get it. Nice.
Too loud, bro. She might be listening here.
She's in the living room watching the stream.
No, I don't think she's doing that. How about you guys?
Nice,
What you got going on?
Yeah, not much, man. Family here, and out visiting some family, and then webinar tomorrow is gonna be incredible too. And then having some calls over the weekend. That's it. Just chill.
Nice.
Yeah, same here. Just chilling. Gonna have some pool days this weekend. Yeah, I got some
Fire.
calls as well, and Green's pulling up, so I'll probably chill with Green, with Nick and stuff. So yeah, it should be fun.
Damn, bro. FOMO.
Nah. FOMO
For real.
bro.
Right, Rafi?
Yeah, man. FOMO, big time.
Yeah, I feel that. I would have FOMO too.
Pull up.
Damn, bro.
Well, maybe not Magnus.
Pull up.
Rafi, jump on a flight.
Rafi sounds
Alright,
like a
man. I'll pull
Jump on
up.
a
I'll
flight,
be
brother.
there in like 2 days.
Yeah, it's gonna be a movie for you to take the whole thing. Yeah, 16 hours on the plane, and
Yeah,
Let's
man.
go. It should be a
Nice.
beautiful.
If you leave now, you'll be here by tomorrow.
Should be a beautiful weekend.
Yeah,
here.
bro. Like tomorrow night.
Yeah, right.
Holy! I gotta get out of Florida, man. 91
guy's
today.
going to
Yo, yesterday was insane. 93,
Bro, you-
92. My goodness. I got to
You
go,
don't even
man.
know how blessed you are with that weather.
I know, right?
I got to go, bro.
Bro,
I
Nick's
need them
gonna leave
80s.
Florida.
humidity though.
Bro, try Denmark one time and you'll say like, I love Florida. I'll never do it.
Yeah.
Damn. I need like high 70s, mid 80s, not 95 every day. But basically now till probably October, it's gonna be like 95 degrees to 100 degrees every day. Every day.
I'll
Is
miss
that
you in
time,
Florida,
huh?
man.
LA, man. Me and Anna were actually looking at some places in California, but man, I cannot picture myself moving to California. That's crazy.
I wouldn't like
Why
the
not?
trading sessions. Like, I don't like the trading sessions like during.
Actually, I don't mind the trading sessions. If you really look at it, like they actually have
earlier.
really good
It's all
trading
early,
hours.
right?
Like, bro, like Asian is at like 4 or 5 p.m.
But 4, yeah.
London is at like 11 p.m. And then New York is the early one, which is 5? Yeah, 5 a.m.
Like 5 a.m. Yeah.
Oh wow.
But you know,
Not
Cali
bad,
is
though.
like, the weather's there, but I don't know. That's all they
Yeah, I
got, the
don't like
weather.
those times personally. Yeah, the weather would be good.
A house in Puerto Rico and a little something in Cali.
See, that's what I told Nick, man. Let's just be snowbirds. Like, we stay in Florida, but for the good times, the good months, and then get out for the bad ones.
I think the only thing good about California is the weather, probably. The weather. Sir, what is the benefit of YouTube membership? You know, that's a good question. That's actually a pretty good question. I have no idea. But sub to the channel if you're not subbed already. I think it just
like the stream, please.
yeah, you know, it just adds to the community. You know, adds to the group. Yesterday was 98 degrees. I don't think it doesn't benefit me anyway, like financially. It just, you know, I like to see, you know, the growth of the team. Oh, Fahrenheit? Oh, sorry. What are we in then? So let's go to Celsius. Yeah, so 29 degrees Celsius at the moment.
It's 29 right now.
Yeah, at 10:30 in the morning.
No freaking way. That's insane.
34 Celsius will be the high.
Yeah, 34 would be the high.
Yo, what?
What is it for you, Magnus?
Bro, okay, actually right now it's 15, but it feels
15?
much warmer in Florida though.
Sheesh.
Yeah, it's
15.
76
But
out there
Nice,
today.
man.
Florida is like what is called the, you know, like humidity, right?
Yeah, humidity,
It's
yeah.
insane.
Yep.
It is, the sun's strong.
The only thing
Yeah.
cold over here is like the inside of my house. We keep it nice
Yeah,
and
I
chill
know.
on the inside.
That AC is running.
Yeah.
Nick, you liking 15-minute buys here off of support?
Support 15. Yeah, if we can close above 42. My ranges are basically the same.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yep, like it.
But we gotta close above there though.
Yeah. Yeah, this range is gonna be a little tough to trade in. You didn't get much of a top wick on this candle either. But yeah, if you can go back up, break those highs, close above the range, this ain't too bad. Middle East, it's 40 degrees. Oh my goodness. 40? Yee.
42.
That's hot. That's hot. Wow. That's like what, 100 and 102 degrees? Cali, yeah, Cali's, yeah. I couldn't see myself living in Cali. The weather's beautiful, but it's too reckless there. Oh my God, 12 in Scotland? Is that where you live, Scotland? Sheesh, I gotta make a trip to Scotland. That's where my grandfather was from, Scotland. One of them. The other was from the Bronx. 8 degrees in Toronto. Oh my God, it should be illegal. 8 degrees. I remember thinking, like, how is this even legal? I get into my car, freezing. Freezing. That's crazy. Scottish Royals? Yeah, I'm telling you. I got Scottish blood. Tennessee? Actually, I was actually looking at some homes in Tennessee because that seems to be nice. Nice little winter. What, pretty good weather most of the year. C. Melly said, yo, did someone say Celsius? Blue Raz?
Oh, the blue rest is insane.
Smelly. How many Celsius you had today? Yeah, it's only 10:30. He probably hasn't had one yet.
Humility.
Little Blue Raz. Damn, yeah, some of you guys got some cold weather. Some cold weather at the moment. What time is it? 10:30? All right, we'll get a 30 closure here, and we'll see what happens from that point, but 1 minute for the closure. I think it was a good stream today. Good stream. Good stream. Price didn't really do too much. Kind of just popped up randomly there. Everything was looking actually pretty good to stay below that zone. But we ended up
true, man.
doom, 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 and then just boom, 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 right back down.
I think 1-all was just tough here today.
Yeah, all numbers were like pointing gold down too. So we might start moving down towards like the remainder of the day. Oh, 13 months of sunshine. Let's go. Ethiopia. Yeah. "13 months. They know the vibes." You know this is a brand new year now, right? Like we're coming into the new year, the first month of the year. April really is like the first month of the year. Looks identical to what gold did yesterday. Kinda, right? Yeah, pretty much what we want to see here to take a trade is like a new support and then a closure below it. Basically everything we've been looking for since the jump, since we got here earlier. Like that closure right there is what I want. Wow, did you see that? Yeah, we need a bullish closure.
For sure. It's too overextended here.
Whether it's a celery play or whether it's a actual support, I don't really care. But we definitely need something bullish here, right? Some sort of a kind of celery play like that, or a move back up, create support, and then a little closure below that. Be great. Can somebody be profitable from your free content if they can't? Yeah, I don't see why not. You know, if you apply, I mean, we're here like 3 hours. Imagine going to class 3 hours a day about something. Hey, how are you? Come on in. You're gonna get good at it, right? Eventually, you're gonna get good. All right, give me a sec, guys. I'll be right back.
Cleaners are there. Cleaners are there. All right, cool. So let's wait. I miss what you call progress because a couple years before we would take a break out here. But thanks to journaling and collecting data, we realized that these breakouts aren't really profitable long term, right? So that's progress as you just continue on, you know, pushing forward. And now we avoid these trades, right? Making us more selective, more patient, more disciplined, more ready to make some money. Any advice for a good broker? So the one I use right now is Tradeovate. It's a futures broker, and that's really the only one I can recommend, really. Yeah.
Yeah, same here, man. Only using Tradeovate for live capital.
I know Project X is gonna have a live broker, but I know they're still, you know, sending people messages and still not 100% ready for some. So yeah, Tradeovate is good. For forex, like, I would go with Raj's broker, really. That's the one I did like a couple years ago when I was trading forex. But those are really the only two I'd recommend, man. Other than that, I'd say do your own research and maybe test out those two that I mentioned. Yeah, those two that I mentioned never had any problems or anything like that. It's been good, very good. Easy withdrawals, easy deposits, simple. Yeah, so what about the sell and the current candle low? So that's, yeah, so I would stay away from these sells because you want to sell off resistance, right? Just like you want to buy off support, you want to sell off resistance. And if we look like, okay, yeah, you have a breakout here below support, or, you know, you could potentially take a sell here, but like, is it off a resistance? It's not, right? It's far from resistance. So we would say that this is an overextended breakout. So that's why I would say don't take this trade, but you do you.
Yeah, now we definitely need something like a celery here. Celery or new support and break below.
Yeah, man. Like any benefit shift from forex and going to futures, like, yeah, there's a couple. I mean, like, it's US regulated, so that's good. Like, I don't have to like transfer money with crypto with forex. Like, I could do it from my bank account with futures. There's less slippage, there's less spread, and yeah, those are stuff that I can think of right now on the top of my head.
Yeah, man, futures market is the gentleman's market.
Exactly.
Yo, let's go, Daniel. My guy, he's here from Des Moines. He's here in Des Moines too. My guy got glasses like you guys. Hold on.
I see that, bro.
Hey,
They look good on you, Daniel.
nice, Daniel.
Let me join you guys.
Yes,
Hey,
sir. Let's get it.
I forget about him all the time.
Bro, we should grab him. I'll take mine too.
go.
Yeah,
I
get
always
him.
have glasses on.
You're
He's
automatically
locked in.
cool now with those. Love it.
The Magnus glasses.
Those are the glasses that make you cool.
I don't keep them on because they fog up all the time. So I have to like do this, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why they get so foggy.
Yeah.
And trading, man. Tell me about it. What the?
That's true.
Fire.
How do the candles look like? They look like yellow.
Oh, I hear a champ. Is there a champ out here?
Who's that?
Oh, I hear a little champ.
That's the king.
Oh, who is the king? King man.
He's looking at Daniel with them glasses on.
I know.
Yeah, you see him? How's the music? Is the music alright? Is it too loud?
No, that's good.
Good? Oh, UFC fights one tomorrow.
Yeah, bro,
That's
Green's here
playing
too.
Oh, yeah. Is it? Yeah. Okay. Ready? Golf ball. Hey, if you thought Kingston was hooked on golf before, I brought him to the golf course. My man is like ready to go. Ready to go at this point.
Really hooked now.
Copy and paste. Yeah. These kids are amazing, man. These kids are amazing. So awesome watching them learn and grow and teaching them, you know, little by little. They're still very young, but you know, you can make a very big difference in your child's life, you know, by simply leading by example, consciously, and, you know, teaching them things that, you know, at their level and whatnot. It's amazing how quick they pick things up. Like, bro, just the other day, Maverick, I forget what happened, but Maverick was like crying and he was all upset, man. And I watched my 5-year-old walk over to my 3-year-old, put her hand on his shoulder and say, Maverick, breathe in and out, breathe in and out. And I watched this little 5-year-old girl, gang, go over to help bring her 3-year-old brother back to his best self, back to his highest state through breath work. It was unbelievably epic. Like, it fired me up out the kazoo. I was like, wow, right? And you don't realize how these little kids pick up on things so quickly, right? And they just see, whoa, man. So it's so powerful, gang, so powerful. So really lead your kids in the right direction. You have such an influence on them. You have no idea. And they just want to do what mommy and daddy do, right? So just make sure you guys are keeping that stuff in mind. These kids are just such a blessing.
Wow, that's incredible, man.
Make me fired up. I start crying, man. Oh my God. Proud of these guys, man. Sheesh.
That's powerful, bro. Very powerful.
Really?
She said, breathe in, Maverick. And they know. Like, bro, it was crazy. Like, when they get a little temper or whatever, they literally huddle up and start doing breath work. Like, they've done this like 4 or 5 times already in the past month. It's insane.
Wow, that's incredible, man.
And I don't even step in. I just observe, right? I just observe from the outside. I don't even want to step in. That's, that they're a team. They're a team, so it's epic. Teach them how to trade? Yeah, we'll get them. Maybe we'll get them trading, yeah. It'd be too easy. I mean, I could start teaching Alea now. Like, she's at the point where she'll understand this pretty well, and I could probably teach her how to trade, actually. Yeah, I love that.
She could be on the like Saturday webinar.
Yo, she's running the Saturday Webby. I want to teach them skills. I want to
so
teach
fun,
them how to
man.
get up there and speak, right? How to believe in themselves, how to, do unto others as they would want done to them, right? I want to teach them all these things, right? Like, one of my big things with parenting is I don't want to give my kids the things I didn't have. I want to teach them the things I didn't know. That's kind of like my mantra when it comes to being a dad, and kind of especially a dad that I can pretty much get them whatever I want at this point, right? So it's like, I don't want to give them things I didn't have growing up. I want to teach them things I didn't know, and at that point, with what they will do with that information, I'm sure we'll get them off to a good start and, ultimately get them the things that they need. The meaning of spread.
That's a really good quote there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, because it's very easy to want to spoil your kids, especially if you didn't have stuff growing up. Well, I didn't have it growing up, so I want to give it to my kids. Like, that really doesn't do much for them, It really doesn't. So, lessons. Mentorship. And one thing I keep in mind, too, with raising my kids is I am raising a man and a woman, right? I'm not raising a 5-year-old. I'm raising someone's future wife, I'm raising someone's future mother, right? I'm raising someone's dad, someone's future husband or whatever. So it's like a lot of people just treat their kids like babies forever. But one thing, I picked this up from Grant Cardone's kids. I was listening to the kids talk, and they say, Dad, one thing that we really love about you is you didn't keep treating us like little kids after we weren't little kids. Any of you guys have parents? You're like 35, your mom comes over, she's like, oh, my baby. Like, wait, whoa, right? So it's like, and you understand from your mom's point of view, but like at the end of the day, you're raising grown adults, future entrepreneurs, future leaders, future world changers in a way, right? So you got to always keep that in mind. All right, Goldie, look at that. Right back up. It's not a pretty range. If more parents would think like this, the world would be better. Yeah, that's partially the reason I'm here. It's just disguised with this skill set of trading. But, one of the main reasons I'm here is not really to teach you how to trade, but, share some philosophies that I think have, ultimately changed my life and could possibly change yours for the better. I'm a pretty decent trader too, and I know what I'm talking about and how to explain trading concepts as well. But, you know, I'm here for a deeper reason than that. What a range here. 2 minutes on this closure. Let's see what happens. Difference between a celery and an inverted celery. Usually a celery comes after a breakout. So usually you get like a breakout, and then following with that breakout, you'll get like a closure that looks something like this. So this is more like the celery, where I will take it in like a breakout scenario, where I take it on the break of the highs there. Where an inverted celery, is that the question? Yeah, inverted celery is probably more so something where you would take in a trend. So let's say price is trending bullish, it's coming back down, right? Coming back down, and then you get this candle to close. This doesn't really look like the greatest support, but believe it or not, it's turned into my favorite position. So this is where I will take like the inverted celery. So it's the same exact kind of candle formation or anatomy. It's just this one tends to happen in a trend, and then this one tends to happen off like a breakout or something. So this inverted celery acts as a more like a support, right? Where this celery play here acts more of like a breakout concept. Forex. Haven't traded Forex since last year, actually. Just a little bit too. Yeah, Daniel, you know, that's an interesting question, you know. Now look, if I teach them, then they take my belief, right? But if I let them observe and I let them examine and I let them tinker and test and think, right? And spend time in the solitude, then they will know, right? So I could either teach them a version, right? Or they can learn it from themselves through the source. So I'll probably just, you know, encourage them a little bit, but you know, that's all an individual journey, which is great. It should be that way. And I may not have answered that question that exact way 2 or 3 years ago, but again, with discernment and just study and experience and all that, I don't know what's gonna happen in the fight tonight. I'm not that big of a UFC fan. I am a UFC fan. I do watch, but I'm not that big of a fan. What's my thoughts on a new virus? Is there a new virus? Uh-oh. Holy.
Oh my
Same
goodness.
as my thoughts on the old one.
Don't start again with this.
Now it's coming. The vaccine, bro.
Nah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Dude.
Bro, this time I ain't getting anything.
Wait, do you ever
Yeah.
got one?
Bro, I did.
Never.
Never, bro.
Dang.
Sheesh, man.
I know.
That's a tough one, bro.
Yeah, that's really tough.
I know, man.
I can't wait for the drive-by birthdays
Not a choice,
again.
though.
Insane.
Hey guys,
Bad, bro.
I know we shouldn't be together, but I'm just gonna pull up and hand you a gift. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I'm so out of the loop, dude. I have no idea what's going on in the outside world.
Bro, same. I'm
Literally.
like, it's tunnel vision here. I don't even know.
It sounds like the
Mostly-
same script that they've been running for a very long time.
Again and again, they'll do it.
You know, typically that happens right around the time of an awakening, right? Big awakening. Every time they throw something like that in there to distract you or whatever it is.
Start a crisis, take more freedom.
Yep.
That's how they do it.
Start a problem, create a solution, take freedom, done deal. Once every 2
Easy
or 3
solution,
years.
you just go grab this booster vaccine
Little by
here and
little. Yep. How much weighting you did? A lot. Yeah, man. Who's gonna win this tournament? Who's gonna win this tournament in Charlotte? Let's see. We got a lefty, I think, holding the lead right now, right? I don't know if he finished first yesterday, but finally we get a lefty out there.
Yo, for real, lefties, man. You don't really see many good lefties in the game.
Gives me hope. It gives me hope. All right, my last opportunity is here. So if we can close below this range, I'm going to be looking for sells. It's kind of like the professional revenge trade that we took yesterday. Something similar to that where it's a counter trend idea. We don't take these sells. We wait for a bullish candle, wait for a closure below, clean traffic to the left. Maybe some volume will start coming in. We can look towards that same exact trade idea that we had from way up here and call it a week. Call it a week. So we got 11 minutes on the closure. We'll see how it closes. Like give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back. But this is probably my last opportunity here to take a trade. So let's see if we can hang tight right around these levels, and then we'll get in on the break of the lows on that next 15-minute candle if we can wait this 10 minutes. All right, I'll be right back.
Good. Beautiful breakout, new resistance, clean range, volume, 410 top wick. We like it.
Yep. Like it.
Man, if you think about where is COVID now? I mean, they just ran a whole show. Got everyone vaccines, and then they dipped. Like, see ya.
Literally, bro. It's like
now there's nothing.
No one talks.
If you
no
name
one talks about
COVID,
it anymore.
oh yeah, COVID. I forgot that. Like what? All countries shut down. Everyone gets vaccine, and then they dip. Insane.
Yeah, man. Crazy. No one talks about it anymore.
Nah,
Dude,
no one.
People
bro.
still
No
going
one.
for the boosters. Jeez, bro.
Nah.
You gotta get the volume up on that alarm. You gotta wake up.
Yeah. People who still listen to the news, like Fox News and CNN, I'm sure, are still getting booster shots.
Oh my goodness, bro! I can't even. That one guy on like US TV that said like you'll get burger and fries if you take a vaccine. Bro, that was next level.
That was so... It's like, bro, I can get burgers and fries anyways. Like,
Bro, what?
Oh man, that's funny.
Insane, man.
dude,
Wow, first time I see Nick with no headphones.
yeah, all right. It's like, yo, why does Krispy Kreme want to give us free donuts so bad? Just for us to take this vaccine. Like, why are we getting things for free now if we take this vaccine? Like, that's weird as hell.
Free donuts. You take like 10 vaccines.
You want to kill me and also kill my health. All right.
You'll get a free, I don't know what meat that is, but a ton of seed oils for free for taking the booster.
If anyone's ever like, yo, John, take this vaccine, I'll get you free burgers and French fries. Like that to me right there is sus as hell. Like,
Yeah.
I'm definitely
what?
not gonna take that vaccine. Anyone who wants me to take
100% not.
vaccine that bad is sus.
So insane.
Crazy stuff, man.
It is, bro. Really gotta take guard out here.
Yeah, for real.
It's a dangerous world. But back to the markets. Yeah, Jose, crazy, man. They just force people to get it. Or else you can't work your job, or else you can't travel. It's like, whoa.
Hey, listen, just go to school, get a good job, secure medical benefits, 50 grand a year, work yourself into retirement. The government will take care of you afterwards, and just enjoy life, man. Don't ask for too much, all right? Don't ask for too much.
Sure.
Do as they
Yeah,
say.
just do that.
Eat cereal and Pop-Tarts for breakfast. Look, remember, breakfast the most important meal of the day.
Yo, breakfast, most important meal of the day. Make sure you're very high on sugar and carbohydrates.
Don't
You know
less money.
what I find, you know what I find that is very ironic and kind of like the food pyramid. They flipped it.
He flipped it. He said, "Hey, we had it wrong."
Bro, now they're
It was
telling
upside
you
down.
to eat more meat and then just doing some. Who knows what they're doing to the meat? So I'm like, jeez.
Oh my goodness, bro. Oh,
Man.
it's
Can't
so
wait.
funny. Oh yeah, sorry, we just lied to you like 100 years. Now we getting it flipped up back again.
Actually, we did new studies. Now we eat meat, and this is the meat that you're gonna eat. Chicken swimming in chlorine. How about that?
Yeah, sheesh, man. Goodness, man. It's ridiculous.
Back to kind of closure though.
Yeah.
But don't forget, bro. Red meat and eggs is bad.
Raw milk is terrible for you. Don't ever drink it.
I can't believe that.
Oh, what's this? What's this? Okay, whatever you are trading, it's not profitable. Kindly leave this strategy, as Raja and Uncle Ted were both scammers, made money by trading courses and trading platforms. I really respect you. Okay. Yeah. We'll find a new strategy. No problem.
Cool.
No problem. Yes, sir. We will do that. We will do it.
Awesome.
Appreciate you.
Start a new strategy.
Double check the turnips. Raw milk only for animal consumption.
Yeah, right.
YouTube making my day. Snap. Yeah, it's funny. They've been telling us that for years though. They've been like, yo, get it, get a new strategy. This one ain't gonna work. This one won't work. It's not working anymore. All while I just keep printing green days and printing green days. Like, oh, trust me, it ain't working anymore. I'm like, all right, I'll trust you. I'll trust you as far as I can throw you. That's for sure. I'll be trusting Dada. That's who I'll be trusting. Dada. And Dada only.
Yeah,
Yo,
man.
bro.
Same.
I should
feel
get a
like-
job. Yeah, you're right.
They'll call you lucky.
I feel like
Yeah.
I would never kindly ask someone to change to change their strategy. I feel like I would just not say anything.
Bro, just like focus on oneself.
I mean, again, I would
How does
agree.
that change your trading?
I would agree with that if I wasn't up $500,000 in the last 2 years, and we didn't have hundreds and almost 3 million in payouts using this strategy, and if we didn't win 7 out of 10 trades, I would take that into consideration. I really would. But being that I am up $498,000, and there are $3 million in payout profits that have already pulled in, and the win rate is incredibly good. I'm just gonna have to go with that for now. We'll stick with what we're doing, and if it starts, if I start getting worried, I'll make sure switch it up. You too. You gotta love it, Andre. He's legit for sure. Hey, yo, Angel. Oh, no. All for a Krispy Kreme donut? No. All right, last call here. We got a closure coming up in 3 minutes. Last shot.
Looking good.
It is, actually. Yeah, that's actually not a flex. It's literally just data. It's data. But I'm not that good. I just follow the data. I follow the data trail. As another man, no, I'm done. All right, 2 minutes left.
That's a
Let's see if we can-
full-grown adult,
we can
man.
go.
You
As a full-grown male. Yeah, I'm done. All right, let's see here. We got to get this closure. If we can get the closure below, these cells are actually looking pretty good for the most part. The trade would look something like this, right? Stops kept above the highs here. TP somewhere, down in that wick fill. Probably full TP down in like 47.06. and then partials here at the bottom of the range. Yeah, let's see if we can get it. Last shot. Yo, but it was good to be here with y'all this week. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys kind of getting a little used to being in trades. You know, we're so used to getting in trades and getting out of those trades within a couple minutes. So last couple trades, or last month really, we've been staying in these trades. We've been managing them according to closures and ranges. And, you know, for the most part, I think we might have had like 2 that went against us. But, you know, a lot that, you know, stayed in our favor, right? Stayed below the ranges. Maybe they broke the highs or the lows, but they never really pushed up to our stop, and they never closed above or below ranges. So we got a really good lesson in management here this week, and I hope that helps you all. And we've done well. You know, we've done well. I think yesterday we had a red day. I think the 1st of May we had a red day, and that's pretty much it. Other than that, it's been green. Actually, no red day for me yesterday, but last Friday. It's been a good week. Yeah, that's any strategy though. You know, when it comes to traders don't know how to size up and size down and stuff, that's every strategy. So, you know, that's part of learning as a trader, part of becoming better in your system and whatnot. That stuff takes a lot of time. Takes time, especially if you don't have somebody's like, you know, footsteps to follow. All right, let's see if we can get away with one here. A little buzzer beater. Sneak one out the back door here before we wrap it up here on a Friday. Let's see. It looks like we're probably going to get the closure here. So we broke the low, which was nice too. And now we're pulling back to leave a wick. So let's see if we can get a decent top wick on this candle here, and then possible sell stops. Fountain blue.
You would use previous lows in this example here, right?
Yeah, I think we gotta. Yeah. Previous lows for entry, and then probably previous stops for or previous high for stops.
Yes, sir. I like it.
Did I have a mentor? Yes. Yeah, I still have mentors. I still have a mentor, and I still use other mentors as well. So, you know, there's many different areas of life, right, that need to be worked on. So, you know, sometimes one mentor can't coach you in another area, right? So you gotta have multiple coaches. So yeah, I have one life coach who you guys know as Mr. V, and then I have other coaches who help me in different, you know, little specific areas and whatnot. Mentorship, so key. Without mentorship, that story I told you about my kids, it doesn't happen. You don't have a 5-year-old coaching their 3-year-old younger brother on how to return back to his greatest state, you know, without that mentorship. So all right, this may be, I want to see maybe a poke into the range here.
Yeah, same here.
It's a new 30-minute candle too.
1 hour too.
Yeah, new 1 hour too. Yep, that's right. Is your mentor Johnny Gems? Yes. That's my mentor right there. Yeet. Johnny.
I wish that was me, bro.
Johnny Gems, the GOAT. John was in a great place at a great time. He got the benefit of living with me throughout all those years. So, you know, he'd be just a little kid playing around, hanging out, throwing the ball around. But here I was talking the same stuff I'm talking right now, right? I mean, I was speaking this to my family back at home. After I come back from a nice night out of working or hanging out with Mr. V or doing something, and I come back, I preach to the whole house. So everyone gather around here. I got some things to share.
Very true.
Sheesh, if this wants to go, I don't even care. It can go. I need a better top right there.
1 hour time frame.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that 1 hour.
Yeah.
It's really not. I mean, the top right there.
Yeah, we're gonna need something better than that.
Yeah, for sure.
After 2 years of hard work, yeah, you know, it took me 3 years, you know, so maybe you just gave up a little too soon. You know, that's why I see with most people, again, you know, they're coming up in the game. I mean, there were people that were, in my opinion, they were a lot better than me. They were a lot better. They were a lot smarter. They talked better. They had better education. They came from better families, better backgrounds. But you know what I did that they didn't? I just kept going. They just quit too early. It wasn't that they couldn't do it. It wasn't that they weren't good enough. Like I said, they were probably better than me, right? And they could have been better than me too, but they just quit. You know, they just quit too soon. So where it took you 2 years, you know, and then you quit, I pushed it out for another year. You know, grinded it out. And in my third year is where I really began to find that profitability. If this thing drives, I don't even care. Honestly, I need a better top wick than that. Especially after these closures. 1 hour 30 closures, you're going to need something.
I agree, man. Yep.
Plus, I mean, look at the 1 hour here. It looks good on the 15 minute, really.
The 1 hour just insane.
Yeah.
That's just right at 4 hour support too.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Could fill the wicks with the daily direction, all that, but we gotta get a bit better top wick than this here.
Yes, sir. Hey, but I think it could still work for you. You know, I think maybe if you come to these live streams every day, kind of take it serious, ask good questions. You know, sometimes the teacher himself. Sometimes you need not a better teacher, but one that you can learn from a little bit better too. So I could see why it would be hard to learn in some other communities, especially where they don't live trade all the time. So why don't you give it another shot? Give yourself a little bit more time to grow. You know, maybe attending this stream every day for the next couple months can benefit you in a major way. 2.5 years. All right, let's go. Let's go. Higher time frames trash. I know. $15 minutes really the only good time frame, yeah. And unless we break the highs, push up, and then break the low, that'll indicate we got volume. Other than that, nada. B or C? Definitely B or C. Definitely B or C. Yeah. Just depends. You know, if you get a top wick that kind of reaches up here and then we come back down, breaking the lows, you might want to put a little more size on it. But not A plus, not risk wise. Oh, Kingman's back. What could I do for you, young man? What you got? $6 years, yeah. You know what, man? The journey is like, you know, it's different for everyone. It's so different for everyone. So, man, I have a couple elite members. These guys are young. They're doing so much better than I was doing at their age. Like, some people are just gonna, you know, get it a little quicker. Maybe they're gonna get the information a little bit quicker. Maybe they're in a better state of mind, right, when they get that information. So everyone's journey is gonna be a little different. But you got to try not to compare your, you know, chapter 2 to somebody else's chapter 12, I like to say. Right, Kingston? It would be unfair to think Kingston can do what I do.
Gotta hit the gym
Yeah,
now,
same here,
so.
bro. There's nothing going on over here. We're just chilling at this point.
All right. We'll go.
Yeah,
I wanted to hang out all day, but...
But
All right,
I
let me
guess
delete
not.
this. All right, any other questions before we leave? Anything else before we head out? I think we're done here. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. I don't even really like this. The more I look at the 1 hour, the more I'm
30-minute 1 hour
like, screw
trash.
this on a Friday.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, I think I'm done here. I think I'm done.
Yeah,
best of luck.
Let's not settle here.
Yeah. Best of luck if you guys are taking any trades. You got that clean range to the left, but it's pretty choppy on the 1 hour. So my advice is call it a week, and let's come back next week. Yeah.
Yep. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Chat. God bless y'all. I'll see you guys later.
See you, John. See you, Rafi.
Thank you for having us.
Hope you have a great weekend too.
Nick, Magnus, Johnny, I'll see you guys.
All right, boys. Job well done this week, ladies and gents. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy it. If you guys aren't in the clubhouse, come join the clubhouse, man. Stop repeating the same mistakes. Come to these webinars. Get yourself involved in this trading course that we have and with this group in the clubhouse. They are on another level here. So if you guys want to join us tomorrow for the webinar, link up today, lock in, and everyone else will be back here on Monday for a wonderful week here. So I've enjoyed my time this week. I hope y'all have as well. And take the lessons and let's move on to the next, my friends. Rafi,
Hey,
Magnus,
yeah, let's go.
Chat. Love y'all.
Local legend, but the whip I got is foreign. Extraordinary, yeah, I feel like Alex Warren does. Please do not be calling me if it is not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays that I'm supporting. Turn it down 100,000, I wasn't bored enough. Yeah, I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home, just the four of us. Knock, 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 say hello to opportunity. Show them everything that I be doing, think it's doing me. Check, 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 everything I do is to a T. And only other corner hitting hardest in the USC. Oh, Irish in my blood and all that money keep on doubling. I ain't tried to ball cause I ain't really one for fumbling. Made a couple M's, went gold, now I'm loving it. Drive through them all, can't stomach it. One time cause I had to prove it to myself. 2 times doing that for everybody else. 3 times just to put a trophy on the shelf. 4 times just because I couldn't, I ain't doing nothing else. Local legend, but the whip I got is foreign. Extraordinary, yeah, I feel like Alex Warren does. Please do not be calling me if it is not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays that I'm supporting. Turn it down 100,000, I wasn't bored enough. Yeah, I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home, just now wait, second thought. Maybe take a trip down to Florida. Need to change the weather, Tennessee just wasn't warm enough. Son and everybody, they been eating out the formula. Everybody talking, but at least they ain't ignoring us. Hey, reservations for 20 at Coast Show. Like that iceberg, I'm tipping a boatload. Got incredible friends, yeah, they froze on. Taking hits on the one like I'm Soto. Catalog multiples of double digits. Staring at the number like it's double vision. That's what happens when you trust the vision. But keep it humble for the juxtaposition. I changed my life overnight with a couple decisions. Stay working like there's somebody who's coming to get it. And don't get caught up in the talking in the public opinion. Yeah, I had different functions cause I'm functioning different. Hey, 1 time cause I had to prove it to myself. 2 times doing that for everybody else. 3 times just to put a trophy on the shelf. 4 times just because I couldn't, I ain't doing nothing else. Hey, local legend, but the whip I got is foreign. Extraordinary, yeah, I feel like Alex Warren does. Please do not be calling me if it is not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays that I'm supporting. Turn it down 100,000, I wasn't bored enough. Yeah, I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home with the 4 of us.
Where the light at, remind me. If you looking for it, you know where to find me. You ain't paying for me, so you can't decline me. Can't go till the devil get behind me. Pray, throw it up, can't throw enough. Break bread with my people, we gon' pull it up. If your price too high, you ain't been low enough. If you ain't had a ooh wee, then you can't run with us. What's the word? Look alive, what's the business? Ooh wee. Can't believe God did it. Ooh wee. Lord forgive me, I was tripping. Ooh wee. Can't believe God did it. Ooh wee.
Let me hear you if you still feel the vibe. Let me hear you what God did his job. Let me hear you what God on your side.
My respect for the feminine, it was minimal. God gave me another heart, it was clinical. If you sick, invite him in, he the mineral. Then he gave the family dollars, he the general. Pull up, jump out, show love, and get back in. Moving his wheel forward like I ain't got it back in. They told me think about myself and get that dough. Shh, don't put your foot in your mouth, that's tic-tac-toe. Fishing for souls on the gram, I throw the real out. Try to get rid of God and you gon' take the real out. How you put in so much work and leave the skill out? Demon got you in a sunken place, tell him get out. Looking at my sin like when the waiters bring the bill out. Can't tap dance around the truth cause it's a slow dance. Trying to get the point in your head, it ain't a so end. We let go and let God, but when we pray we hold hands, you hear me? Look alive, what's the business? Ooh wee. stepping outside. Could've lost my mind, but you kept me. I just wanna say that I'ma stand on 10. Work hard, asking for mercy for the things I did. And I've been thinking about the climb to the top. How it really don't matter who gon' take my spot for real. And I just wanna say that I'ma give your props. Cause when it all fade away, you really all that I got for real. Look alive, what's the business? Ooh, wee. Can't believe God did it, ooh, wee. Lord forgive me, I was tripping, ooh, wee.